3 Americans won for physics, the Nobel Prize for physics, and 3 Americans also won for the Nobel Prize for medicine. So, USA, USA. All right, okay.
Good stuff.
All right,
good stuff.
Coming up next, Pumpkin Spice Panic.
American Ground Radio, where building a better America begins with building a better us. With Louis R. Abalone and Stephen Parr on 101.7 FM and 710 Heal.
A house is a building with 4 sides and a roof, but that's not a home. A home is where you live, filled with caring and togetherness, not just brick and mortar. Abalone Door and Iron Works knows these things because they feel the same way about their homes, too. At Abalone Door and Iron Works, they respond to your garage door service call anytime, night or day, and we'd be honored to gain your trust. Call today at 798-OPEN and visit us at abalonedor.com.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. One of the things I value most in life is time. Time to spend with my daughter, time to spend with family, and the time I put into my company that's reinventing the way women color their hair. The busiest, most successful women I know use Madison Reed, the amazing hair color hack. In under an hour and for less than $25, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking hair with an ammonia-free formula. You'll look like you just came from a salon, but the reality is you have more me time to do what you love. Things get busy. Let us take care of you and your hair. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code HELLO. That's code HELLO. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Are you living with a growing prostate? Do you pee more often than you used to? Do you wake up to go? Be honest. Is there a drop in your romantic life? Prostate problems don't go away on their own, so you need to call for a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 non-prescription formula for your prostate. The ingredients are natural. With Super Beta Prostate, you'll have less urges to urinate, less waking at night, and an improvement in your romantic life. Try it for free. Pay only shipping and handling. Super Beta Prostate is so powerful, you'd have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same active ingredient in just 1 Super Beta Prostate tablet. Stop running to the bathroom and call us now for your free bottle. Hurry, this free offer won't last. Call 1-800-507-1004. That's 1-800-507-1004. 1-800-507-1004.
These statements are not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is American Ground. Louis, did you know that it's pumpkin spice season?
You're a little too excited over that.
It's pumpkin spice season. There's pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice bread, pumpkin spice, I think dog shampoo.
Oh, really? Okay,
no. I have no idea.
I've never had pumpkin spice anything.
Well, that is the subject of our moment of whoa.
Wow! When I say whoa, I mean whoa!
5 people at a school in Baltimore, Maryland had to go to the hospital feeling sick to their stomachs after smelling a foul odor in school. The entire school was actually evacuated. The fire department was called out. Once the firefighters arrived, they were able to identify where this dangerous, nauseous smell was coming from. It was inside a 3rd grade classroom. So what caused the stench that sent 3 students and 2 teachers to the hospital? A pumpkin spice air freshener. So maybe putting pumpkin spice inside everything it isn't necessarily a good idea. And by the way, once they realized it was a pumpkin spice air freshener, they just unplugged it and everybody went back to school.
Well, depending on what was for lunch in the cafeteria, perhaps the pumpkin spice freshener was used to perhaps mask some other
odor,
yes,
like pumpkin spice applesauce. Or
could
something.
be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you could have that. There's pumpkin spice mystery meat. You can just throw the pumpkin spice in the meat that was left. Since it's Friday, you can the meat that was there earlier in the week.
Is there a carbon monoxide leak in the studio?
You can put pumpkin spice into the carbon monoxide so as it leaks out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can do that, too. You can pumpkin spice anything, man.
Okay.
May not be necessarily.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like when at home when you have maybe you turn the heater on for the first time.
Right. Yeah.
And folks, maybe in the family
that smell, and you start going,
something's on fire.
Right. And it's not. It's just the first time.
It's just pumpkin spice candles.
They have those too. Well, we appreciate you listening in each and every night, all week long. We love having you with us and hope that you enjoy listening to the show as well. For Louis R. Avalone, I'm Stephen Parr. This is American Ground. May your pursuit of happiness bring you joy.
Breaking news and trending talk. KEEL, 710 AM and K269GO, 1017 FM, Shreveport.
Guide you through. It's time. It's time. It's time. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, is on the air. Tim Fletcher and his cavalcade of correspondents guide you through all the games in the area. When the game gets tight, late in the fourth quarter, we take you there live. Coaches, kids, correspondents, and Fletch, all here for Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Feel the frenzy.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. My name is Tim Fletcher, so happy to be with you here on News Radio 710 Field, 101.7 FM. We are joined, as always, at the ones and the twosies, Mr. Rogers Hampton Jr.
Hey, boy, happy Friday evening, Fletch.
Happy Friday evening, October 6th, and congratulations to your Astros.
Hey, thank you, buddy. 2 days in a row, 2 day games. I didn't get to see 2 victories. I guess I see a pattern starting here.
I like where your head's at there. By the way, my Cubbies are tied 0-0. That game going into the bottom of the second.
How did they get those runs?
Zip. by playing orange on the third square.
And update on the Yankees, is that done?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to let our traveling correspondent,
all right.
Tanner, the Eggman Kraft.
How's it going?
What do you say, Eggman?
Do I talk into this? I forgot how it works.
Into the microphone. Into the microphone is preferable for the actual transmission of sound.
Right.
How you doing there, Tanner Kraft?
I'm doing well.
Standout pitcher, former member of our morning show until he quit on us, but now he's back because Adam Damn Hester is on vacation.
I got to say, though, Disney World, I'd probably do that, too. No offense. You can't pass up Disney World.
For a chance to be on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland?
Well, when you say it like that.
Oh, man, we have got so many games to get to, and we are going to be all over the place tonight. Rogers Hampton, let's get this party started. Things that we already know.
Better.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
I'll listen to the on-air.
Okay, very good. That's a mucho better.
Too loud or too?
I got it. I can control my. This is a fancy studio. We got a fancy studio here. We have Mike Sewell at Houghton. He's already posted up on the 50. Jeff Fielder's at the game if we need him at Calvary, but we have Barn as well, so we got a couple of guys there. Angela Chanel texting us on the first choice personnel text line to let us know that North Caddo is going to start at its own 32-yard line. Eggman, when you look at these games tonight, I know you're a Benton alum, so I know you're paying close attention to that game. What of the game kind of stands out to you as I can't wait to see what happens here?
Well, I told you earlier, I really like Bossier against North DeSoto. I really think I saw Bossier play against Benton at Benton, and they held with Benton for the most part in the first half.
They don't have the depth that Benton has. But yeah, their ones versus other teams' ones.
They match up.
They match up, and it's kind of like what BTW does with teams. Right. They are able to hang in there for a quarter or a half, and then that depth just kind of gets down on them.
Yes, sir.
We have got so many games to get to tonight. Correspondence at Captain Shreve Parkway, Evangel Airline, Woodlawn Northwood, Benton Minden, BTW Huntington, Bossier North DeSoto, Calvary Loyola, Franklin Parish at Houghton for homecoming, North Webster at Logansport, North Caddo Lakeside, Mansfield, Darbone Woods, Plain Dealing, Jonesboro Hodge, and Manny, Bunkie, Winfield, Red River. We're going to be there all over the place, buddy. All over the place.
I'm excited.
Ronnie didn't answer, but Ridge is on.
Ridge is ready to roll. We'll go ahead and make our first stop tonight, Eggman. Captain Shreve at Parkway Preston Crownover Stadium. Joining us is Ridge Lewis on the line. Good evening, Ridge. How you doing, sir?
I'm okay.
All right, buddy. I know y'all are just underway, but give us a little bit of a heads up. What's shaking and baking right now?
Well, Parkway got the initial kickoff, and you timed it just perfectly. Touchdown, Panthers.
Wow.
I think it was all running drive. I think it must have been started off with E.J. Williams rushing for about 40 yards on the first play from scrimmage, then 10 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, 6 yards, touchdown.
Wow.
Something like that.
Just kind of grounded out. Who was it that punched in? Amani Larry, E.J. Williams?
Well, I was walking up the stairs when you called me. Let me see. Let me check with G Money here. He's a busy
John Harper,
man, right?
the longtime PA guy at Preston Crownover Stadium.
Eric Williams scored the touchdown.
Eric Williams with a touchdown. Parkway converted the extra point yet, Ridge?
Yeah, they did. 7-0.
7-0, but how much time is burned off the clock already?
10:07.
Wow.
Left in the first.
Less than 2 minutes. They're on the board.
10. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Look at my Arkansas math coming through, Ridge. All right, buddy. Nice job.
I know. I just keep drifting back to the NFL there.
So we will, every time we call you, we'll expect a Parkway touchdown. So I'm sure Pope will.
I know, yeah. You've got some good mojo this time.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Good job there, Ridge. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
All right, not much trouble there, Tanner.
No, I'm telling you, Parkway's they're starting to figure it out offensively. Working some things out. They're going to be scary for the rest of the season.
Well, you know this as a baseball guy. Amani Larry is a super athlete.
Oh, he is.
And you take a super athlete and you get him kind of adjusting to football as the starting quarterback,
Ronnie. And
it gets a little bit more interesting. Let's get now to Airline High School, where Ronnie Coker joins us, the athletic director for the Airline Vikings. Airline taking on Evangel. And I tell you what, Ronnie, no one has had success against Evangel in district play for a little while. What's going on in your game right now?
Evangel won the coin toss. They deferred. We had 3 plays and punt. Great punt by Josh Tinsel. Evangel just had the ball 3rd and 8. Incomplete. They're punting now. 8:25 to go in the first quarter.
Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Last year, Evangel gave up 6 points in district play. So far this year in 2 games, they've given up 3 points. Do they look like just a different type of team out there, Ronnie, to you, or do they look like a high school football team?
Fletch, a high school team, of course, but I'm going to tell you, it's just a difference. They're just big, fast. They're good. You know, they got 7 kids on defense that'll be going to play a Power 5 conference.
That's not bad. That's good, right? That's a good number, isn't it? That means you're pretty good.
That's not bad.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I'm not familiar with these terms. D1, that didn't happen in Monticello, Arkansas very often. D1 is that's how I kept up with my Algebra 2 scores. That's 1D, or D1 as I refer to it as.
That was my grade in geometry, brother.
See, geometry wasn't that bad. I had a basketball coach that liked me, a retired basketball coach. So I got out of there with an A because he had St. Louis Cardinal trivia questions for bonus questions. And so
speaking of that, what about the Yankees? They were up 8-3. Now I think it's 8-7.
Tanner Kraft is here with us there, Ronnie Coker. He's got an update for you.
Let's see.
What was it, a grand slam, Tanner?
Yeah, it was a grand slam by Lindor, and it's still 8-7, bottom of the 7th.
Bottom of the 7th.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all pull the Yankees through, man. That's my team.
We'll do our best there, Ronnie Coker. You take care of Airline. Where did Airline take over the ball here on this possession?
On the 24. We got first down and 10 on the 24.
First and 10 on the 24. Ronnie Coker, athletic director for the Airline Vikings. Ronnie, we'll talk to you again soon, buddy.
Thank you, Fletcher.
You bet. Ronnie Coker joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery hotline. Rogers Hampton handling it on the 1s and 2s. So far scoreless. We do have a score in the Benton game already. 7-zip Benton with about 6 minutes, or about 3.5 minutes gone in the first quarter.
And Bosier's on the board first in their game. They're up 6-0.
6-0 Bossier over North DeSoto. And doggone it, Tanner Kraft comes in here his first time in the Stu studio, and you called it. You said look for Bossier to really give North DeSoto fits.
You just never know. Those are one of those games that you just got to keep your eye on, you know.
North DeSoto is a team that's in flux. They've got a lot of underclassmen, got a lot of freshmen, sophomores out there in key positions.
Angela.
So we're going to now go to North Caddo, where Angela Chanel joins us. The North Caddo Rebels are in Sibley, Louisiana tonight to take on Lakeside. Lakeside, a surprisingly pretty decent football team. Angela, what's going on in your game tonight?
Well, I think we actually completed our first drive this season with no penalties.
Hey, there we go. See, little small things in life, Angela, that makes life worth living, right?
Yes, sir. We're ahead 7-0. We just scored off a quarterback keeper, 1-yard touchdown, and the point after was good.
Timon Sanders getting it done. How much of the work did he do on the drive, Angela?
Like 3/4.
Okay.
I tell you, we started at our own 32, and let's see, that's 58, and he probably had about 50 of them.
Yeah, so 50 out of 68 yards. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Sounds
Not
like
at all.
Hampton stats back at Friendship Academy. How much
Yes,
time
sir.
left in the first quarter, Angela?
6:53.
6:53. Were there a lot of Rebel fans that made the journey to Sibley?
Yes, sir. We've got a pretty decent crowd. I think Coach was hoping for a few more.
Well, maybe that's traveling. There was some problems on I-20 East.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes, that's what I told him. I thought construction kind of held up quite a bit because we had a lot come in late.
A mile marker 32, there was a big grass fire, and the congestion is like 3 miles backed up. So
Oh,
there
God.
very well could be a lot of folks making their way there.
Well, and then they've got construction at the actual Minden-Sibley exit
That's
that's slowing you
also
down
true.
once you actually get there, too.
That is also true. All right. Well, very good, Angela. See, good things are happening for the North Caddo Rebels tonight. That's what we like to
Yes,
hear.
sir.
We'll talk to you again soon. Angela Chanel.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
You betcha. Thank you. Angela's been absolutely ace of spades for us all week long. You got any more scores you got there coming in yet, Eggman?
I see Manny's up 2-0. Baseball game over there.
Double. I think Jose Altuve.
And then Ash is up 7-0.
Ash up 7-0. We're going to the coach's kid. Jordan Gatlin is at the Northwood game where Woodlawn has invaded Jerry Burton Memorial Coliseum. Jerry Burton. Good evening there, Jordan Gatlin. How you doing?
Oh, doing good, doing good.
So what's happening in your game, sir?
Northwood fumbled in at the 50-yard line, and the Woodlawn's driving right now. Looks like they might score. They're inside the 5. They just converted a 3rd and 15.
Oh.
And Larry Moton just punched it in.
Larry Moton is a very good athlete. Now, where did they line him up, Jordan? Did he come out of the backfield on that one?
Yeah, he was at quarterback. They're playing him mostly at quarterback.
That's right. Every now and then I've seen that where they'll put the Roby in. Whenever you see Larry Moton outside, it's like, oh, well, at least he's not going to burn us as a quarterback, and then Roby will sit there and throw a bubble screen to him or a tunnel screen, and he goes 45 yards down the sideline.
He's a good athlete.
He is really good. What's the crowd like out there tonight, Jordan?
It's a big crowd. Northwood side is packed because it's homecoming.
Wow.
So it's
okay.
packed.
Didn't realize that. So Northwood turns it over with a fumble. Woodlawn takes it down about 50 yards, I think Jordan said. Moton with a touchdown. What about the extra point? They going for 2?
Looks like they're going for 2, and they're not going to get it. It's going to be 6-0.
6-0. How much time?
Get it. Yeah, they stopped them on the extra point. And Northwood was moving the ball. Northwood was moving the ball well, had 2 first downs when they got the ball, but had a fumble on the exchange.
All right. 6-0. How much time left in the first quarter?
It's about 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Excellent, sir. All right, Jordan Gatlin taking care of business for us tonight at Northwood. We'll be talking to you a lot tonight, man, so we appreciate it.
Sounds good.
Okay, Jordan Gatlin, coach's kid right there, taking care of business. Oh, we're churning and burning. I'll tell you what there, Eggman. Going to get ready to take a time out here, Rogers. Before we go to the break, why don't you run down some scores for us, buddy? Do a little scores on the quarter with Tanner, the Eggman.
Let's see. 7-0 North Caddo over Lakeside. 7-6 now North DeSoto over Bossier. 7-0 Ash over Natchitoches Central. 7-0 Benton over Minden. Manny leads at 2-0. And Parkway's still up 7-0 over Captain Shreve.
Those are your scores on the quarter right here on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. We're taking texts on the First Choice Personnel text line. Rogers Hampton is reaching out to our correspondents on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. You can watch us live on Friday Football Frenzy Facebook page, also my personal Facebook page. But, of course, if you're listening, you're on News Radio 710 Keel or 101.7 FM. And we highly encourage you to download that Keel app. It's like being in the studio with us. And if you were in the studio right now, you'd see Rogers Hampton shaking his hips to Tom Petty. And now, by the way, U.S. men's national team has gotten a 2-zip lead over Panama. Take that, Panama! Here comes the U.S. in men's soccer, trying to qualify for the World Cup. Get some! We'll be back right after this. And we are back. Rogers Hampton inside, the man in the box. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the guy on the ones and twos. Of course, this is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Joining us tonight in studio, it's the Eggman, Tanner Kraft, sitting in for Damn Adam Hester. Glad to have you here, Mr. Kraft.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. He'll be keeping up with scores. Check the ticker out on Friday Football Frenzy Facebook page, and you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. Right now, we're going to Benton High School. No, Minden. We're to the pit where Minden is entertaining Benton. And so far, Jeff Rhodes, it has not been that entertaining for the Minden Crimson Tide fans. Hey, Jeff, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Very good, and you're right. It hadn't been very entertaining for us.
Take us through the first couple of minutes here. What's happening in your game right now?
We've got 3 minutes on the clock left in the first quarter, and Benton just pushed Minden back for a safety. I don't know if they've called. Yeah, they just called safety. So they just got a safety, so it's 16-0. Benton has driven down the field twice. Systematic drives. Not a lot of passing in this game so far. A few passes, but a lot of just runs up the middle, gouging 8-9 yards. Minden had a great return on the kickoff, but we had a block to the back, and it called it all the way back to the 5-yard line. So it's been a tough one for Minden so far. That was our second possession and resulted in a safety. So
that's not good at all.
First quarter.
You know, and this is the thing that Spencer Hurd was telling us, head coach of the Minden Crimson Tide, said yesterday, Jeff. He said, you know, Garrett Havel, the thing about this kid, the senior quarterback who does a lot of things well, so the biggest difference he sees in him this year compared to recent years is he's a really productive runner. How much of the yards on the ground was picked up by number 19?
I don't know how many yards, but I do know the second touchdown was on his feet.
Okay.
He picked up at least 4 or 5 different run plays where he ran it. I've seen at least 3 different guys for them tote the rock. And I don't know who they are, but it's been a pretty systematic pace down the field both times they've had the ball.
And now
they're about to get the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to get it in good field position, barring a turnover here.
Right. We're kicking off from the 20-yard line, from our 20, so they're going to get excellent field position.
And they've got kids that can take it back as well in a return. That's the other thing, Jeff. Whether you're talking about,
you got Doyle Adams, Bubba Osby.
Yeah.
They got some athletes that can take it back.
So let's see what happens here on this after the safety kick and see where Benton ends up with it.
They ended up with it on their own 48. So they've got great field position right in the middle of the field.
Oh, my gosh. Well, Jeff, strange things happen in the Benton-Minden games. We have seen wild affairs between these two. Still a lot of football to be played. Still about 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, right, sir?
That's right.
You got to get a turnover here pretty soon. You need to make them cough one up or do something along those lines, or it might be a long night. But Jeff Rhodes taking care of us, as he always does, with the Minden Crimson Tide. Come heck or high water, this Tide fan is always there for us. And, Jeff, we appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
You bet. Jeff Rhodes joining us from the pit. You ever been to the pit there, Eggman?
Oh, yeah. I remember my junior year when Minden beat us on our homecoming, last play of the game at Benton.
Yeah.
So, anything can happen in those games.
Showtime text in on the First Choice Personnel text line, 318-GUY-PILE, 318-489-7453. He says, either we're the equivalent of a junior high team at Minden or Benton has the best squad they've ever had, and they are easily top 2 in the state. A lot of people think this is the best Benton team, maybe since Mitch Downey's undefeated squad. Coach Thrash remembers those days at Benton when Mitch and them were 10-0. Hey, Coach Thrash, how you doing tonight?
Absolutely, man. Doing good.
All right. Bossier and North DeSoto. Our man Tanner Kraft here, former Benton Tiger, said look for Bossier to hang in there and maybe pull the upset. So is he on?
First play of the game, 65-yard pass. North DeSoto deflected it, knocked it up in the air, and we never broke stride, caught it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They ran 3 plays and scored. We drove the ball down again, scored again, up 12-7. North DeSoto's at midfield. So maybe 62-60. Who knows?
And are we sure this isn't Bossier basketball? How much time left, Coach? You still in the first quarter?
Oh, yeah. We 5:20 in the first.
Good God.
Like I said, we ran a little play action, and they deflected it. The wideout never broke stride, so they ran 3 plays and scored. But we run. Ain't neither one of us stopped each other. So, like I said, it's a couple of penalties here and there. That's good field position for them and us. So, Looks like it might be a shootout.
Well, that's what we like to hear. That means we get to talk to Coach Thrash and Renee Parker a lot tonight.
Go.
Coach, always a pleasure, man. Good luck to the Bearcats. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, man.
Coach David Thrash, formerly Louisiana's Principal of the Year. What he does at Bossier High is absolutely immeasurable, the impact he has on young people's lives there, man. So that's what you got to like. A guy who spent a lot of years as a coach now as that upper tier of the administration, does a great job at Bossier High. They're up 12-7 over North DeSoto. Eggman, telling you, man, you come in here dropping knowledge.
But the one thing, I don't think Bossier wants a shootout, though. If it gets to be high scoring.
They don't want it to be. They'll get worn out.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. We know last week that the Procell kid was a little banged up, the freshman quarterback, and so they had to put McGuire Parker in at quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see who ends up behind center a lot tonight. Joining us now from Messmer Stadium, it's Staten Fontaine, the man who is partly responsible, don't blame him, for J.J. and Bonsai Ben being on the air with Auto Body Express. He's also been our Loyola guy, save one game. He held out for a higher contract, and we absolutely caved in. He is with us again tonight. Calvary taking on Loyola. Hey, Staten, what's happening in your game tonight, buddy?
It's all tied up, 7-all. It's a special night with two correspondents here, huh?
It is. It's a big night. This game deserves to. Actually, we've got two Calvary correspondents because where someone's got to carry the water. You know, you've raised the bar so high that they felt like they needed to have someone with some fresh legs, fresh vocal cords in the second half.
Well, I can be a complete homer, right? Because there's two of them.
Absolutely. You can talk about how bad the refs are just ripping Loyola to shreds, and that Calvary is a no good, sorry, Sozens. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. So how did each team score? What was the? How did we get to 7-7?
They scored on their first drive, and then we punted, and then they had a holding call or something. They got behind the chains, so they punted one time, and we just had a nice drive, a good mix of running and passing. A couple of really beautiful passes by Jacob to score, and then just scored on about 11-yard run there. Punch it in.
So what's Calvary doing offensively tonight, Staten? They've got some weapons. They got the Tank Davis kid, a wide receiver. They got Day-Day Washington at running back, and they got Cade Hart at quarterback. They can hit you in a lot of different ways. What are they doing offensively?
Yeah, right now it's a good bit of running. Both teams have mixed it up a little bit, but both have kind of bread and butter's running the ball with a little pass mixed in there. So.
All right, once again. Oh, go ahead, Staten.
There's some size on that Calvary side. These four little Loyola boys playing against them. So.
Here's the thing to keep an eye on, Staten. It has happened, unfortunately, for the Calvary fans. They know exactly what I'm talking about. Those big old boys can hang in there for a long time, but they just have no backups. And so they get worn down, and I have a feeling that's probably one of the reasons why Stephen Jeter is going to be ground and pound as much as he can, because the longer those guys have to be out on the field, whether it's offensive line or defensive line for Calvary, that's the chance that Loyola maybe has with a quarterback like Allen to get out there and hit them in the third and fourth quarter, because that's the thing. Calvary has got the talent to play with anybody in town, literally anybody in town, maybe save Evangel, but they just don't have the depth. So one of those things.
And it's typical Loyola. Loyola cannot make mistakes. They got to contain and all that. If they make mistakes, they get blown out.
Exactly. That's the kind of fun. That's why I thought this was going to be a really good game, because Calvary is going to have that depth issue, and you're right. Loyola has to fight for everything they get.
That's right. Keep that Fontaine kid from not getting an unsportsmanlike again.
I was trying to keep him under wraps tonight if you can. How much time left in the first quarter, or are you already in the second quarter?
We're in the second quarter with 11 minutes left.
Very good. And who's got the ball, Staten?
Calvary's got the ball on their own 33.
On their own 33, tied up 7-7. Staten Fontaine. Excellent, sir. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, thanks.
You bet, buddy. We now head out to Houghton, where it's homecoming. The Buccaneers taking on Franklin Parish. Mike Sewell, who was set up on the 50-yard line, joins us. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Tim. How you tonight?
Good, buddy. What's going on in your world?
Well, we've got homecoming week, and, as a coach and parent and fan, we all really don't like homecoming week. The kids really like it, but hard to get ready for a football game with all the distractions going on. We're playing Franklin Parish, a team that not many of the kids know anything about. Kind of hard to get up for them. Houghton went 3 and out first series. Franklin Parish punted. Houghton drove down and got a Corbin Schmidt field goal to go up 3-0. And Franklin Parish is moving the ball, just drove down and scored, got a 2-point conversion. And right now, the Franklin Parish Patriots up on the Houghton Buccaneers 8-3, 9:48 left to go in the second quarter.
This is something that this morning, Jason Brotherton, when we asked him, hey, does this kind of come at a good time after the Evangel game last week, district games the rest of the way? If you're going to have a homecoming game, maybe this is it to kind of get the kids to forget about the Evangel game. He goes, no, there's never a good time for a homecoming game. And he goes, the kids have been absolutely scatterbrained. He said the locker room's been a mess with cookies and candies and all that good stuff decorated by the cheerleaders. Everyone's worried about their limos and all that good stuff. He was very concerned about this game heading into it. So does Houghton look like a team that looks kind of scatterbrained tonight?
They do, Tim. They're kind of flat. Not a lot of energy. They're not really winning at the line of scrimmage like they've become accustomed to. Franklin Parish running an offense very similar to like a Bird or a Bossier High School. It's kind of a wing bone, wing tee with a dive and a veer action up front, a lot of motion, quick pitches, options, running quarterback. And so it's not like Houghton hasn't seen that. Houghton just played very well against that same type of offense against Bird 2 weeks ago. But having trouble figured out Franklin Parish. They're really moving the ball well. Houghton back on the move now. Back already to Franklin Parish 50-yard line on the move, down 8-3.
And just to give folks an idea, Franklin Parish is a team that's 1-4. They've been blown out by Faraday, who has a couple of LSU commits. So Faraday's got some talent. They beat them 58-zip. Richwood, a team that's familiar to some folks over here. They played a couple of local teams. Richwood beat Franklin Parish 27-12. Kentwood beat them 27-12. And then Union Parish last week beat them 34-8. So Houghton's going to have to get their head screwed on right here, Mike, or it could be a very deflating homecoming.
It is. Hey, and don't count out those Kentwood Kangaroos. They can always bring it.
Kentwood's always got a very good program, man.
See you.
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you again soon, buddy.
Hey, thanks much, Tim.
You betcha. All right, we are now going to, where are we going, Rogers? J-Bolay! All right, let's go to Logansport, another game that I was really looking forward to. North Webster at Logansport, and J-Bolay joins us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery hotline. Hey, J-Bo, what's up in your game tonight, buddy?
Hey, Fletcher, got a pretty good football game going here. Right now it's in the second quarter, right at 8 minutes left to go, and Logansport's up 6-0. They have the ball. They kicked off to us in the to open the game up. We took the ball all the way down inside the 10-yard line with an 8-minute drive, and they stopped us on 4th and inches for a first down. Turned the ball over to them on downs. We stopped them that first drive. They punted to us. We got the ball on the 50-yard line and fumbled the very first play. So that kind of flopped the field position, and then they scored on a long pass, like on the second play after that. They messed up the snap on the extra point, so they didn't get the 2-point conversion. Man, these guys, their offense is a well-oiled machine, man. They just drop back and hit spots. But anyways, they just stopped us again a few minutes ago. We drove the ball all the way down the field again, ate off about 5 or 6 minutes. They stopped us inside the 10-yard line on 4th and inches. Their defense gets tight and stingy down there around the goal line.
They're very good.
We got to finish drives.
Dalton Shaw is the quarterback for Logansport. Really good hand there at quarterback. And, of course, John Stevens Jr., number 9, is a TCU commit. And, of course, the son of the late John Stevens, who was a standout in college as well as the NFL. Who was, as far as Shaw, was it a short pass to somebody? Was it Stevens? I mean, how did they get that touchdown? You mentioned
it was a deep pass to it wasn't the Stevens. Man, they got so many little wide receivers. And here's the tough part tonight. They're wearing purple and purple. We're wearing white and purple. So, I mean, you got purple everywhere out here tonight. I don't remember what number it was, but it was a little short guy that was faster than Green Lightning, and he hit him in stride. It was about a 55-yard touchdown. So right now they're hurting themselves on penalties. They keep backing themselves up. It's going to be like first down and it's like about 30. 2 plays in a row, they've had 10-yard penalties. So they've got the ball on their own 10 right now. So we just got to finish drives. We're moving the ball good against them. We're not letting the Stevens kid do much. I think they've thrown to him one time tonight, and he dropped it. That was on that first drive. Other than that, they got all these other little guys that they're getting the ball too quick. That quarterback, he turns and he slings it. He's got a good arm.
He can take care of business too. I know that much. He's a very experienced quarterback. All right, so here we go. Jay Boley, Logansport up 6-0. How much? Got to be second quarter, right?
Yeah, second quarter. We got about 6 minutes to go before half. So, this game's going quick. We like I said, we've had 2 long drives and didn't get nothing out of, and that hurt. We've got to finish, and hopefully we'll be able to wear them down, as the game goes along. Because our offense is moving the ball very well. Tyler Alder and Lorenzo, I don't remember Lorenzo's last name, are doing a great job. They're keying on TJ, so he's kind of staying away from him. That quarterback just hit a receiver on a little crossing route, got a first down. It was first and 30 a while ago, and they just got a first down.
Wow. Those are the ones that will drive John Ware absolutely insane.
Well, and these are the little teams that hurt us. Like I said, if we finish our drives, we're good. These teams that can score fast on us, those are the teams that give us problems. So we got to keep the score, in Northwestern range. That way, that second half, we do what we do and run it down their throats. But right now, we got to keep the game close.
He's Jay Boley, and right now at 6-0. We'll be back with him very, very soon in a game that we think is going to be one of the better ones of the evening. Jay Boley, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again in a little bit.
Appreciate it, guys.
You the man. Before we take a break and before Tanner gets us our score update, we'll go to Coach Price. Plain Dealing taking on Jonesboro Hodge on the road tonight. Hey, Coach Price, what's going on in your game?
Oh, not much. We have about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Jonesboro has the ball on their about 5-yard line. It's the second down and goal. And the score is currently Plain Dealing 7 and Jonesboro 6. Jonesboro scored early in the first quarter, but missed their extra point. And then we just scored in the second quarter, and we're trying to beat them off with a stick from our our goal line right now.
Need a turnover. Maybe get a helmet and a ball right there is what you need to get going on. 8:30 to go in the second quarter. Plain Dealing over Jonesboro Hodge 7-6. How did Plain Dealing score, Coach?
We ended up actually breaking up the middle and breaking out one of our players, Matt Sullivan, great kid. Turned it up and got us really close to the goal line. Got us about on the 3, and then we had one of our other players go off the opposite side on the right side and cut it up. So basically just muscled it in.
Well, that's kind of the way to do it. Let's hang around here with you just for a second, Coach, and see if Jonesboro Hodge cashes it in before we go to a commercial break. We have Coach Price joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery hotline. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. So what's going on now? Jonesboro Hodge, what yard line are they on?
They just they're pulling back for a pass. Quarterback's keeping it. We're putting pressure on him. He tosses it. And Jonesboro made a touchdown. He scrambled, and it looked like he was going to keep it, and then he saw one of his guys were open, so he tossed it to him.
Touchdown Jonesboro Hodge. Okay.
Yep, touchdown Jonesboro Hodge. They're about to line up to the extra point.
All right, let's see. Well, now we're going to hang out with you and get the right score here. So are they kicking or they're going for 2?
They're still in the huddle. Here we go. They're breaking the huddle, going in, and looks like they're going for 2.
All right.
I think you could probably hear the other coaches in the background. Quarterback's back to pass. He keeps it. He's turned in. My defensive guys hit him, and they got the 2-point conversion. So it looks like the score is now 14-7.
And how much time left in the second quarter? About 8 minutes now?
7 minutes, 46 seconds.
7:46. Very good. Coach Price, thank you very much.
No problem. Have a great evening.
You too. We'll talk to you soon. Let's go to Tanner Kraft sitting in for Adam Hester tonight for our score update.
All right, let's see. Menard is up 21-0 on Lakeview. 7-0 Evangel over Airline. 22-7 Mansfield over the Auburn Woods. Benton leads at 16-7. Houghton leads at 10-8 over Franklin Parish. All tied up at 7. Ash and Natchitoches Central. Woodlawn 12, Northwood 0, North Caddo 14, Lakeside 0. Parkway leads Captain Shreve 14-7. Manny's up 16-0. Ruston and West Monroe's tied at 7. Calvary is up on Loyola 13-7, 14-12 North DeSoto over Bossier, and 6-0 Logansport over North Webster.
Those are your scores on the somewhat quarter. Rogers Hampton, Tanner Kraft, and me, Tim Fletcher, here with you on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, and we'll be back right after this. There you go. Welcome back, everybody. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Tim Fletcher, Rogers Hampton Jr., and Tanner Kraft, the Eggman, sitting in for Adam Hester, who's on vacation. Doing a good job there, Eggman.
Thank you.
Former Benton Tiger. Let's go ahead and jump back on the Lazy Boy Showcase hotline. Where are we going now, Rogers? Dr. Morgan. Oh, that means we're going to Mansfield, who is taking on Darbon Woods on the road. Hey, Dr. Morgan, how are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. It's 22-7. It's in the second quarter. We have 10 minutes left. It's the fourth down, though, within the 5. So you may hear me scream in a minute. Yeah, we just scored another one. Woo! Okay.
You called your shot there, Dr. Morgan. That's fantastic. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, we are in the woods. I'm sitting right next to a thermocell.
So Mansfield getting it done, and Dr. Morgan, are they going for 2 or are they kicking the extra point?
I cannot even hear you right now. The excitement is really good right here.
I can imagine. We're going to see what happens on the extra point. Is Mansfield kicking it, or are they going to try to run it in?
Which is the 2-point conversion, and it is good.
30-7 Mansfield. Hey, I know what, Dr. Morgan. Is LeKendrick, quarterbacking tonight? Is he playing?
He came in. Yes, he did. We've got Bug back, so we're happy about that tonight.
Has he had some success tonight?
Yes, he has. He is starting to get back in the groove, I think.
And that's a big deal.
Yes, it is. Well, we were grateful that the collarbone was on his non-throwing arm, so that was a good thing, but we're glad to have him back.
I can imagine. Now you're going to be getting ready for district play soon. Dr. Morgan taking care of business out there in the piney woods of Darbon Woods, taking on the Timberwolves, and Mansfield's up 30-7.
That's right, and we're happy about it.
You got that right. It's always good to be a Mansfield Wolverine, right, Dr. Morgan?
It feels good to be a Wolverine right now.
Thanks, Dr. Morgan. Always a pleasure. She is always so positive. God, I love that stuff. Thanks, Dr. Morgan. 30-7, Mansfield all over David Feaster's team, and they are struggling, Tanner. This is not the school that he thought he'd be coaching this fall.
It takes time.
They had some seniors last year. They weren't a horrible team a couple of years. They're growing. It's. I feel for them. I really do. That is a tough one right there to try to stomach. What do we got going on over there on the First Choice Personnel text line? Any updates there, Eggman?
See, 21-7 Parkway now.
Whoa, okay.
Let's see here.
All right, we'll go to Tamika at BTW Huntington. Our first update tonight from the lovely Tamika. Hello, Tamika. What's going on?
Hi, Fletcher. How are you?
Wonderful. What's going on at Independence Stadium?
Well, right now it is 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first quarter, and Huntington has 8. We have 0. They got 2 points on a missed snap. Went into the end zone. They got a safety, and they just made a touchdown and didn't get the extra point. So now it's 8-0.
8-0. So they got a safety to start the game, and then they just added a touchdown. 8-0. Now Huntington's got that running back Craig Davis. That's a little bit of everything. Has he been kind of a workhorse?
No, just recently, defense was able to shut them down in the first couple of series. So we've been holding our own, for right now. It's just some costly mistakes, some penalties that has kind of pushed us back and caused us to not move forward towards our end zone.
Well, you need to start going the other way, right, Tamika?
Yes.
We saw what BTW could do last week against a very good Minden team, so I have a feeling that BTW is not going to go quietly tonight.
Yes, we're starting off a little slow, so we're going to warm up and hopefully, change the tide of this football game.
Before the fire can rage, it's got to be a spark, right?
Yes.
There you go. Tamika, BTW down 8-0 to Huntington, 3:53 to go in the first quarter, right? Isn't that what you said, Tamika?
Yes.
Okay, at Independence Stadium. So taking care of business. Tamika, we'll be checking again in with you soon, okay?
All right.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure talking to Tamika, who has been bandaging knees and ankles for a few years now for BTW. We now go to Laura Harper at Captain Shreve, where she and the Gators are visiting Parkway. Hey, Laura, what's going on in the Parkway Captain Shreve game right now?
Hey, Fletch.
Hey.
Parkway's leading us 21-7. I don't know how much time's in the half if the clock quit working.
Uh-oh.
They're keeping time on the field. Isn't that lovely?
Always fun. You got to be guessing. You got to hope those refs have good pocket watches.
I do see a pretty brunette sports wife on the sideline.
Well, of course. Where else would she be? She better be working tonight, right?
She's working. Just so you know, she's working.
That's a good thing.
So we're driving. We're on about we're on their 45, heading towards. We're going north on the field, and we're forced into the fourth down with 3 yards, and I don't know. We just called the timeout, but we're trailing 21-7.
21-7.
Amani Larry, number 4 and 5. They rocking and rolling over there like they had never lost nobody.
Is he running the ball a lot tonight, or is he even throwing it at all?
He's running. They're running more than they're running. I haven't seen a bomb. It's all on the ground.
And what about Captain
on
Shreve's?
either side.
Oh, really? So
we did a couple of slants, lateral. We need to move up the field. We just go out. We've been out to the side a lot, whatever that is.
Okay,
lateral pass.
A little tunnel screens
But
out the side.
they're doing a little bit of different offense tonight. They got I think they call it heavy. They got a bunch of pushing people behind the line to help James Ivory get through, and we've been pretty successful,
Okay.
So if we just score again,
Yeah, that would help. You're heading towards the Air Force Base if you're at the Parkway game, not headed towards Coshada. So that's the direction you're
I'm
heading.
headed to Coshada. That's where I'm going.
Okay, all right. So you're
That's
going that
south.
way.
I'm
All right.
sorry. I'm
Okay,
headed
that's
south.
all right. So y'all are heading towards Coshada driving. That's all right. No problem. And let's stick around, Laura, real quick and find out if Captain Shreve does anything on these next couple of plays. Okay.
Any other exciting things happening?
Yeah, we're fixing to check in with Chad Johnson at Evangel. Early it was Evangel 7-zip over Airline. That'll be interesting to see if that's still
I
close.
think we just got the first. We just ran it up the middle to get the first down. We're on about the 43-yard line heading towards the end zone.
43-yard line, maybe a young man named Connor and Eric that they're running behind. Is that possible?
Oh, they're running behind Eric. They're running behind You got Eric Harper. You got number 7. Nolan Parrish is your center. You've got Dalton Clark as the right guard. You got I'm just trying to think here. I'm going crazy. Number 59, and I can't think who I'm looking at right now.
You're a football
no
mom.
passes
It's all
yet.
right.
I know. Reese Walton, number 59. He's on the line, and then they've been having men behind them. We've seen. Trying to think who we've seen tonight. Got a couple of normal defensive linemen that have been running behind the regular line to help push the ball. So, and that would be Colin Given and BJ. Brandon Jones have been in. Mark Mitchell's been in. It's just number 62's been in. All right, Grubb's back. We're running it up the middle. We're down to the 35, so we're going to be about 3rd and 3.
Captain Shreve on the move, though, and Colton Gill's the young man we're thinking of. Colton Gill.
Colton Gill, yes. He's
There
on
you
the
go.
other side. He's the left tackle next to Eric.
No problem. She's Laura Harper. She's taking care of business for Captain Shreve. They're on the move, and so we'll be getting back in touch with Laura here very soon. How about that?
All right, go Gators.
You got it, Laura. We go now to Airline High School, where Evangelist Chad Johnson joins us for the first time this evening. Chad, last we heard it was 7-zip Eagles. What's going on now, buddy?
Same thing, man. We're just having a pretty good defensive battle here. Still 7-0. Evangel's actually putting together their first good offensive drive. I think we've got 3 first downs right now. We seem to be moving the ball well right now, but up until this point, it's just been getting a good look at each other's punters, it seems like.
Seth Stoll, the defensive coordinator at Airline, does a really good job with those kids. What is Airline doing defensively that other schools have not been doing against Evangel?
I'll tell you what, they're putting a lot of pressure on Blake really quick. I mean, so their defensive line is really getting good penetration. So seem to be manning up on the receivers, doing very well on the outsides as well. So they're definitely playing some good defense.
Is Airline able to move the ball at all against this vaunted Evangel defense?
Not really. No, they might have gotten 1 first down. But they've probably had a couple first downs, but I know a couple of them were penalties. So they've just not been able to move the ball very well.
Where are we on the clock?
We are 4 minutes left in the first half.
Whoa. Man, y'all are blowing through this game.
Yeah, it's going fast. A lot of running. We're running the ball a lot. The way we scored was actually on a big play, big pass play to Jarek Bernard, who's obviously typically, he's committed to OSU on the defensive side of the ball, but they haven't done a receiver tonight, and he caught about a 70, 60-something yard pass to get us down within the 10-yard line, and we ended up scoring on that drive.
Wow. Well, this is a surprising score, Chad. Are you surprised a little bit at this?
I'll be honest with you, I'm very surprised. I didn't see it quite going like this. And we just threw an interception.
Oh.
And it looks like he's going to score. So it is going to be 7-7, obviously pending extra points.
Well, we'll stick around and get the extra points, and we'll have the correct score. But, wow, how far of a pick six was that?
That was about it. Let me see. We had the ball on their 30-yard line, so it's 70-yard pick six, and actually hit our receiver in the hands. He tipped it, and Airline came up with the ball, obviously ran it back.
Wowee. That is a turn of events. That's, you can say that Evangel's defense still hasn't given up a touchdown in district play this year. That's not on the Evangel defense, but still, you don't see points go on the board very often against this Evangel defense.
No, that's right.
Or against Evangel, not the defense.
That's right. Well, they scored on the offense there. So.
Yeah. This is why, Chad, back in my high school when I was quarterback, we worked on interception return defense, and I was pretty good at making tackles. So they need to maybe,
right.
If Coach Dawson needs me to come out and teach Blake a few things about tackling, I'll be happy to do so.
There you go. I'll let him know.
All right, let's wait for the extra point
points
here.
Up. Well, it was good, and there's a flag on it, so I don't know what that's going to be.
Okay, we'll hold with you for a sec. Tell you what, Rogers, if you want to, let's do a score on the break here, okay, after we find out from Chad what's going on with the extra point. Bum, 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 bum. Chad Johnson
offside. They're going to free kick here.
Okay, Chad Johnson joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. Chad does a great job. He could do this for a living.
I don't know about that, but here we go. It's up, and it's good. 7-7. Tie ball game with 4 minutes left in the half.
You got it, Chad Johnson. Thank you very much, man. We'll be in touch.
All right, buddy.
What's the old Hugh Downs thing, Rogers? We'll be in touch, so you be in touch. Something along those lines. Rogers Hampton, the man in the box. We now go to our super sub, the Lou Gehrig to the Wally Pip of Adam Hester. Tanner Kraft, give us some scores there, buddy.
Let's see. Franklin Parish is up on Houghton 14-10. Calvary is up on Loyola 21-10. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go through this paper like you told me to.
There we go.
Parkway is up 21-14 on Shreve, so they did score.
Oh.
7-7 Evangel Airline. 12-6 Woodlawn over Northwood. 16-7 Benton over Minden. Huntington's up 8-0 on BTW.
Right.
29-12 North DeSoto over Bossier.
Oh, that's 20. Okay, it was 12-7, so that's 22-0 run. Wow. Okay.
See, 21-10 Calvary over Loyola. Houghton, well, no, not anymore. 14-10 Franklin Parish over Houghton. North Webster's up 7-6 over Logansport.
Oh, really?
14-0 North Caddo over Lakeside. 30-7 Mansfield over Dearborn Woods. 14-7 Jonesboro Hodge over Plain Dealing. Manny is still up 16-0 over Bunkie. Red River 22, Winfield 7. 7-7 game, Ruston West Monroe. Ash is up 14-7 over Nacogdoches Central. Menard is up 28-6 over Lakeview, and it's 16-0 Arcadia over Ringgold.
16-0, and North Caddo
just scored.
Tamon Sanders, 49-yard run. So yeah. All right. Did not know this, guys, and just some sad news to pass along for one of our favorite fellows, Coach Dupree, Chuck Dupree at North Caddo. His father passed away today, but apparently he's been out for a couple of days to be with his dad, but this is the first time with his boys in a couple of days. So Coach Dupree, I know, is coaching tonight with a heavy heart. He's a good man, Chuck Dupree, and his boys are up 21-0 right now, so rest in peace to Coach Dupree's father, who raised, obviously, a very good man. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Friday Football Frenzy. We're powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Bubba Winningham is a good dude. You got to go see Bubba today, didn't you, Tanner?
I did.
Got you a little shirt there, didn't you, buddy?
2 of them.
And he actually sent a photo. Check out the Eggman Gun Show, and he circled your bicep on a freeze frame here. So, Bubba, checking it out. He knows that Chevyland shirt is bringing out the muscles out there, man.
Yes, sir.
By the way, Chevyland, of course, we appreciate their sponsorship. They've been with us for all 5 years of this. Just want to remind you guys that it's Truck Month at Chevyland. Right now, the biggest rebates of the year, 0% financing or 72 months for 72 months on trucks and SUVs. This is just an incredible deal on this 2017 Silverado 4-door double cab, the V8, 355 horses, 20-inch chrome wheels, rear vision camera, Sirius XM OnStar, 4G LTE Wi-Fi for $28,990. That's what you get at Chevyland. Joining us now on the Lazy Boy Hotline, it's our first visit with Renee Parker. Hello, Renee.
Hey, guys. How are y'all?
We are wonderful. I bet you're in much better spirits tonight.
I am in much better spirits. My boy is playing good. We've got 2 touchdowns. He threw a pass for the extra point, and he just got us to like the 6-yard line, and we're pushed into the end zone.
Yeah, what's the score right now, Renee?
It's 36-12. McGuire and Aubrey Scott have scored all the points.
McGuire, Parker, and Aubrey Scott have gotten all the touchdowns. North DeSoto taking care of business against Bossier. Bossier was on the board first, 6-zip. Since then, it's been a first play, yeah, 65-yard pass. It's been 36-6 since then. Are you guys still in the second quarter, Renee?
We're 3:24 left in the second quarter.
Holy cow.
But my boys are playing like my Griffins know how to play.
Exactly.
I don't know what the last 2 weeks were happening, but they're playing ball tonight.
I assume that Ab is a much more calm presence on the sideline.
Oh, he's really calm tonight.
See, things are okay. Now, is his boy playing quarterback tonight?
That was a pass by Jaden to number 4, and they're on the 3-yard line.
I was just going to ask if Jaden was quarterbacking tonight. Okay.
He is, but McGuire did the extra point sneak for the 2 points. He passed it to Aubrey Scott.
How's Aubrey looking tonight?
They look good.
Okay.
Him and McGuire are running it down the field, so they're basically the two that's had the ball. Christian Procell's had it a couple of times, and they've just been pushing it down the field.
That's the way to do it. They're playing North DeSoto Griffin football, aren't they, Renee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they are. That's a touchdown by, I'm trying to see, by number 14. I'm not sure who that is.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
North DeSoto touchdown. Let's wait for Renee to tell us whether or not they get the extra point here, Parker. Parker.
Maybe Tyler Aurario, I think.
Daughter's boyfriend. Huh? Let's see. North DeSoto roster. Number 14, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As fast as my Google machine will take me, I'll get you a name to go with number 14.
Extra point is good.
Logan Leone.
Logan Leone.
All right, extra point's
I should have
good.
known that. That's McGuire's best friend.
Well, see, there you go. Come on, Renee.
43-12.
43-12. Still time in the second quarter. Logan Leone with the touchdown. Renee Parker taking care of our business for us. Always a pleasure, Renee.
Thanks, guys.
See you later. We now go to Mark McGee. Is that where we're going down with Logansport taking on North Webster? And what was it? Pretty good game early on. We heard it was 12-7 Logansport, or 12-7 Logansport, I should say, joining us on the Lazy Boy Hotline. Hey, Mark McGee, what's going on now in your game?
Sitting here waiting for halftime to get over. Each team's going to their locker room and discussing game plans for the second half.
Well, do we have a 12-7 game at the break?
It is 12-7. Logansport just capitalized on a stopped them on fourth down, drove down the field, and scored right before halftime. It looked like to me and the majority of the crowd, they got the 2-point conversion. The rest didn't see it that way, so we go into halftime at 12-7.
Very interesting. Has it been a well-played game tonight?
It's been a very well played. They're both playing very good on both sides of the ball. It's a very good matchup. It's a good game to watch. Each team's had one turnover. The good thing is Logansport capitalized on their turnover from Northwestern, and Northwestern was not able to capitalize on Logansport's turnover. Been some drop passes on Logansport's side of the ball tonight. Northwestern is still running that triple option, Beer, Haynesville type offense. So there's just several, 3-4 yards of play down the field. Logansport had some big stops inside the red zone, so they've been able to stop them on fourth down. But Northwestern has converted several fourth downs as well.
So John Ware kind of rolling the dice a little bit tonight, huh? Interesting.
That's right.
I think he understands that you can't give Logansport the ball that often. You got to try to.
Well, in the first quarter, Northwestern ate up 8 minutes off the clock on their opening drive, and we kind of assumed from the get-go that their game plan was to keep Logan Sport's offense off the field, and so far that's kind of what has worked for Northwestern.
He's Martin McGee taking care of us. He's the coach's brother, Logansport coach Kevin McGee's brother, and they're at the half. Logansport up 12-7. I think this is going to be a tight one all the way, Mark, so keep your phone handy, buddy, all right?
Yes, sir, will do.
You the man, Martin McGee, joining us here on the Lazy Boy Showcase Hotline. From our first choice personnel text line, Angela Chanel texted in a 50-yard touchdown run for Tamon Sanders, 28-6 North Caddo. Wow, he's having a whale of a game. 28-6 North Caddo over Lakeside. Lakeside came into the game tonight 4-1. They've actually had a nice time of it. Of course, North Caddo has on Coach Dupree's staff Jason Martin, who was the head coach at Lakeside up until last year. And so Coach Dupree said, I wonder if there's going to be a little more hot sauce being served tonight in that situation with Coach Martin making a return down to Sibley as a member of the staff of the North Caddo Rebels. So there we go. We're just about all the way through every game with every correspondent except for we're going to the man that I got to meet this week. Rogers and I had a chance to visit with Mr. Graham. We got a chance to meet Mr. Graham this week.
That's what I told him. He's my buddy.
He is. That's right. You're now Rogers Hampton's buddy, Mr. Graham. How's it going tonight, sir?
Hello, I can barely hear you, Tim. What you said?
I said, now you're one of Rogers Hampton's good friends now that you met him. He's all excited. He goes, hey, that's my buddy, Mr. Graham. So there we go. All right, Mr. Graham, take us through what's going on with your game between your Raiders of Huntington against the BTW Lions.
Right now, it's the second quarter, 10 minutes left. Huntington is up 15-0. We've made a change at quarterback, having Craig Davis play quarterback full time now.
Whoa.
So he's thrown a touchdown, and they ran one in with number 24. But it's been pretty much all Raiders so far. Very good defensive stand. Booker T hadn't been able to move the ball any on the defense so far.
Really? So Craig is now taking the snaps. Now, I'm curious, Mr. Graham, is he directly under center or is he back in the shotgun?
He's back in the shotgun, doing a lot of rolling out. A lot of those out routes he's throwing. Pretty accurate also.
Well, he's just a super athlete. You know, he's one of those kids, and I'm not trying to put pressure on the kid, Mr. Graham, but he reminds me so much of Tre'Davious when he was at Green Oaks. He reminds me so much of former Huntington Raider Jarrett Fobbs. He reminds me a lot of Mo Claiborne when he was at Fair Park. You put these kids in position to be the guy that makes the plays. What better way to do that than snap it to him directly and let him run it or throw it? Let him have that run-pass option, man. It seems to be working right now. Huntington up 15-0. And here's the thing that's more impressive. You say, Mr. Graham, that BTW not really able to move the ball tonight, huh?
Hadn't been able to move the ball at all. They completed maybe one pass, but as far as running, we've been stuffing it. We've got two big run stoppers in the middle, and they're active right now. They're able to get past defense. I mean, the offensive linemen, they're doing a good job.
Well, there we go. He's taking care of it for us. Mr. Graham, Huntington up right now 15-0 over BTW. The Raiders looking pretty salty tonight, Mr. Graham. We appreciate the update, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Talk to you soon. And you know what we have not done? I know Rogers Hampton is going to be on here soon, so.
Ronnie, 16 seconds left in the half.
Okay, we need to get to Randy at Red River, too.
Randy at Red River.
Hey, Ronnie Coker, how you doing, sir?
Hey, Fletch.
What's up, buddy?
16 seconds to go in the second quarter. Vandals got third and goal. They scored. 14. If the PAT is good, it'd be 14-7 with 13 seconds to go in the first half.
How did they get these points on the board?
Let's see. Vandal had third and 10 two different times, made them both times. Moved down the field pretty good. Blake threw the ball real well. I mean, they just good players making good plays. The series before, we picked it. Brandon Marshall picks it off, returns about 65 yards for a touch. PAT good by Tinkus. So let me see there. I can't tell if they made it or not. It's good. 14-7, 13 seconds to go in the first half.
Coach, this has got to be pretty encouraging, isn't it? To be down only 14-7. I know it would have been better off for Airline to go into the break tied up 7-7, but this has been an encouraging half of football, has it not?
Kids playing hard, Fletch. We're playing so much smarter. We're making plays, playmakers making plays. The Evangels, their players are making plays. And just a very good physical football game right now. I think I think they've had one personal foul, and I think we might have had one personal foul. Just a good, clean, hard football game. You know, no extra stuff after the plays, after the whistles, taunting, celebrating, just playing football.
Well, that's what we like to hear, man. A good, clean, hard-nosed football game between two very well-coached squads. Evangel up 14-7. Looks like that'll be the score at the half. Ronnie Coker, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Fletcher. Appreciate it.
And a quick update in the NLDS. Chris Bryant, everybody's MVP. Base hit, first hit of the night for the Cubbies, comes in the top of the sixth. They take a 1-0 lead over Washington.
Yeah, and the Indians and the Yankees are in extras.
8-8. That's right, sure are. Middle of the 10th. All right, where are we going now? We're going to Randy. Randy with Red River tonight. Hey, Randy Thomas, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Tim.
Well, take us through your game right now. How are the Red River Bulldogs doing?
Just went into halftime. We're up 22-7. A little bit of a slow start. Defense has been pretty stout. The only score they got was on a block punt that they recovered inside the one. Other than that, defense has been holding pretty strong. Red River scored on a 22-yard run from Calhoun, 40-yard pass from McDonald to Moore, and then another Calhoun run about 10 yards.
Randy,
two of the three PAT attempts. It's 22-7.
22-7, Red River taking care of business against Winfield. We ask you this, I think, every week there, Randy, but, you know, the more and more John Bachman influence, are you starting to really see that kind of winning attitude develop among the kids on the squad? Are they starting to kind of buy into everything this man's telling them?
Most definitely. I mean, even all the way down to the practices. You just see the different attitude at practice. Carrying over on Friday night. You know, we're absolutely at capacity here tonight. Probably about 1,000 people on the home side. Just a great turnout, great crowd. Everybody's starting to see it and feel it.
Man, that is fantastic. You know, and what's the price of admission nowadays, Randy? Is it $8? Is that about right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's the price of admission to a high school game now in Red River?
$7.
$7, so $7,000 gate after you pay the refs, pay the concessions. That's about $5,000 to the athletic department right there. So
most definitely,
that's the man. And when you're small schools, that's your lifeblood. So that is excellent, man. I'm glad to hear all of that. That's all good news. Randy Thomas down at Red River in Coshada, where John Bachman has got a little magic elixir going. They're up 22-7 at the half. Randy, excellent job, buddy. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir.
Now we go to our buddy Mark Bernard. Jeff Fielder will join us a little bit later on, so he's with us as well. But Mark Bernard, he's got a kiddo on the squad there for Calvary. Barn, what's happening at the Calvary Loyola game, buddy?
Hey, Timmy, how are you? We are at halftime, and Will Derrick has thrown a pair of touchdown passes to Cade Hart. Cade Hart's thrown a couple of the Will Derrick scores, and Cade Hart has run one in, and Calvary leads 28-17 at the half. Actually, this game is a lot better than what the score indicates. And Loyola's really outplayed Calvary at this point. They followed up Day Washington with the exception of one 34-yard run. Ike Brown did go 67 yards untouched for a touchdown that made it 13-7 Cavs. But Jacob Allen is doing a great job with his feet, buying time and finding a lot of open receivers. He has a 28-yard touchdown pass to John Williams that got Loyola to within 21-17 with about 30 seconds to go in the half. But Hart came back and hit Will Derrick on a post for 56 yards to make it 28-17, and that's where you are right now at the break.
Wow, Barn, sound like you've got a shootout there. 28-17. Who got the ball to start the game?
Calvary scored on their opening possession. They drove the ball down.
Okay.
And on fourth down, Hart hit Will Derrick on a 4-yard touchdown pass. So
all right,
Loyola will open the second half with possession, and the Flyers are doing a great job of moving the football. Their offensive line is playing well. Jacob Allen is finding a lot of time with his feet. He's finding the open receivers, and again, you know, as the story's been all year, the Calvary secondary just continues to break down on mistakes. They're just not playing as well. But give credit to the Loyola Flyers. You know, they were underdogs coming into this game.
Absolutely.
But they hadn't played like it. In 28-17, the game was actually closer. Well, it's been played closer than what the score indicates.
So Mark Bernard at Messmer, Calvary up 28-17. The game just went to half. So this is going to be about a 2 hour and 30, 2 hour and 40-minute game. So Barn, excellent stuff. Great stats too, man. Thanks for the updates like that, Barn. Always a pleasure, buddy. Talk to you soon.
You bet. Come back to me and give me some Van Halen going out of the break there, Rogers.
We're going to go to Ridge before we go to the break because we're going to take we'll get this young man, Tanner Kraft, the Eggman, sitting in for Adam Hester. How's it going, Eggman?
Oh, it's going great.
We are glad to have you, man. We miss you in the mornings. You're a good man.
Thank you.
We are glad to have right now with us Ridge Lewis from Parkway, who is at Preston Crownover for the Parkway Captain Shreve game. Hey, Ridge, what's happening in your game?
Well, we're watching the Pride of Pantherland right at the moment.
A very good band. They are outstanding. Did the Black
They
Cat
are very
Review,
good.
did the dance team perform as well?
Yes, they have. They've already performed.
You know,
we're seeing
the Blue Angels, I think, at Airline, the Houghton High Steppers, the Parkway Black Cat Review. I mean, you're talking about some of the best halftime performances anywhere in high school football are found right here in Shreveport-Bossier. And I kid you not, they have always done well. And I can say this because my wife kind of has an eye for that as a former Louisiana Tech pom-pom girl, former Houghton cheerleader. She says those Parkway girls know what they're doing, and that band is outstanding. So folks are getting entertained tonight at Parkway at halftime. What's the score at the break?
21-14. It's a game of offense here. Parkway has been stopped once. Captain Shreve basically fumbled once and then ran out of time at the end. But other than that, both teams have scored on long drives.
Huh.
Now Parkway has scored rather quickly, but Captain Shreve, their 2 drives were rather long. They took a lot of time off the clock. So.
Well, that may be one of the ways they're trying to stay in this game. I don't know if they have quite the depth that Parkway does. So maybe by giving their defense a little bit of rest, because from what I understand, Amani Larry is having a really nice game at quarterback running the football. So maybe that's one of the things that Coach Sepulvedo is trying to do. Hey, guys, let's grind it out, give our defense a chance to rest, force a turnover, and see if we can get back in this thing. Meanwhile, Neil May's squad trying to make it 2 in a row after such a rough patch, Ridge. If they can win this game, that kind of starts, I think the momentum starts building.
Rough is putting it lightly.
Yeah. No one may have had, a high school team in the country may not have had the bad breaks that Parkway's had to start off the season. And so if they can win 2 in a row against Airline and Shreve back-to-back, those are 2 teams that I think would probably be at about that same level, right behind Evangel in the district. That's pretty potent right there as far as picking up power points and where they're going to be seated in the playoffs. So this is a huge game as far as power points are concerned. So, Ridge, be ready. Sound like you're going to be in for a nail-biter. Sound like they're always talking to you late in the evening anyway.
Captain Shreve does get the ball to start the second half, too.
Okay, good deal. Thanks for that update, man. Good job, Ridge.
Okay.
Tanner Kraft, Eggman, who got his name Eggman. He showed up for his first day as an intern/apprentice. Grish dropped off some eggs. We asked the Eggman to go cook us up some eggs. We have a kitchen down here, and I'll be doggone Rogers if the man didn't know how to do it.
Well, I don't know. You gave me like a 2-point. What was it? It was like some horrible score.
Well, you didn't have any butter. You didn't have any pepper on it.
Well, I wasn't working with much. I had eggs.
There was no broccoli. There was no spinach in between there. Nothing like that. So there we go. Eggman, give us an update on the scores before we head to the break.
21-14 Parkway over Shreve. Evangel's up 14-7 over Airline. 18-6 Woodlawn over Northwood. Benton's up 16-7 over Minden. Huntington's up 15-0 over BTW. 43-12 North DeSoto over Bossier.
Calvary for your prediction there, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Calvary's up 28-17 over Loyola. 30-14 Houghton.
Woo!
Over Franklin Parish. Yep.
It was 14-10 Franklin Parish earlier. All right.
Logansport's up over Northwestern 12-7. North Caddo leads Lakeside 28-12. Mansfield's up 46-7 at halftime over at the Dearborn Woods.
Golly, Coach Feaster.
It is 20-7 Jonesboro Hodge over Plain-Dilling. 30-0 Manny over Bunkie. 22-7 Red River over Winfield. 14-7 West Monroe over Ruston. Ash leads Natchitoches Central 21-7. Menard leads Lakeview 28-12, and Arcadia is up on Ringgold 30-6.
All right, there we go. And by the way, a couple of guys here. Angela Chanel, 70-yard Lakeside touchdown. 2-point no good. It's now 28-18 North Caddo. 28-18 North Caddo over Lakeside. 2-point conversion, no good. Rogers and Eggman and I are going to get our heads together here on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, and determine what stadiums we're going to hit next. So stick around. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, brought to you as well by the fine folks at First Choice Personnel and Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery. And later on tonight, Gibbsland Bank and Trust Unsung Heroes will be unveiled by the winning coaches. So stick around. Friday Football Frenzy on News Radio 710 Keel, 101.7 FM. Rocks on right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Joining us on the Lazy Boy Showcase Hotline, it's Mike Sewell of Houghton. Hey, Mike Sewell, what's going on, buddy?
Awakened somewhat. I tell you, there are a lot of penalties. It kind of reminded me of the Jamboree performance, but it's typical homecoming week, sleepy-headed kids and minds elsewhere, a lot of penalties. They had six penalties on one offensive drive. But I tell you what, I give a lot of credit to Cameron Townsend. He's a senior quarterback. His first year to start, but he's really shown a lot of leadership through 4 touchdown passes in the last 8 minutes of the second quarter.
4 touchdown passes? What?
There's going to be a lot of kids wishing they had Cameron on their fantasy team this week.
He had 4 touchdown passes in the last 8 minutes of the half?
Yes, and I'm telling you, he is very sharp. Houghton ran the ball most of the first quarter and into the second quarter, and then they kind of unleashed him and let him throw. And the first 3 to Kynan Hayes, the last one to P.J. McWilliams, and he has been very sharp throwing the ball. Houghton took advantage of a turnover and a muff punt, converted all those to points, and Houghton is up now 30-14 at the half, kind of a complete turnaround from the first quarter.
I assume the defense had to have something to do with this, right? I mean,
the defense really came alive. It was getting 3 and out, and they really responded. I think Brotherton got in their face a little bit. I think Gary Smith, the defensive coordinator, kind of fired some kids up and woke them up, and they started playing with a little more pride, a little more urgency in the second quarter. And really, Franklin Parish did not move the ball much anywhere in the second quarter.
Wow. This is one of those things that we said at the very outset when we talked to you earlier, Mike, that Jason Brotherton was concerned greatly about his kids' lack of focus because of homecoming, and it appears that he was able to get their attention the way he wanted to get their attention, and that's by going out there and just knocking some heads around. So 30-14 with Cameron Townsend lighting it up in the second quarter. Good
They really
stuff.
are. I tell you, the only thing a coach hates worse than a halftime game is a homecoming game, the homecoming halftime. Because they last forever, and Houghton was really on a roll, a lot of momentum. Let's see if we can get them fired up in the third quarter. Houghton also recognizing their 77th state championship team, last state championship team in Bossier Parish. So it's been 40 years. It's a good night at home.
It is a good night for a good place to watch high school football, and that's at Houghton High School, the class of 77 homecoming for the Houghton Buccaneers. Mike Sewell, unless this thing tightens up, you're probably going to be off the rest of the evening, but if it does, we'll get back with you. How about that?
Hey, appreciate it, Fletch. Have a good night.
Thanks, buddy. You too. Where are we going next? Staten Fontaine joining us at Mesmer Stadium. Calvary and Loyola. Calvary up 28-17 at the break. Have you started the third quarter yet?
55 more seconds.
55. Man, we await with bated breath.
There you
Cannot
go.
believe we're almost there.
Big plays, big plays, big plays.
That's what we were talking with the Calvary folks, and they were very impressed by the play of Jacob Allen at quarterback. They said, this kid can play. He's dealing tonight.
He's a tough little cookie. He's fun to watch. The linemen like blocking for him, I promise you that.
There's something, I think there's something to be said for that state. And if the quarterback is a kid that the line can believe in, like, hey, man, this guy's going to give us everything he's got, so we better give him everything we've got. So it pays off like that. What do you want to see out of these Loyola Flyers on this opening drive of the second half?
Well, we got to score. We can't give up possessions if we're going to give up 60-yard passes and 64-yard runs,
That makes sense
you
to me.
you got to keep it for 7 minutes. We got to earn our touchdowns. They got the speed and the talent to make a mistake, and they score. So.
Well, it sounds like you guys have tried to bottle up Day-Day Washington, who we are hearing is taking either an unofficial or unofficial visit to Tulsa tomorrow. So he's a D1 talent. How are you guys doing that defensively? What are you doing to stop Day-Day?
It's interesting that, they kind of are staying in their lane. Not a whole lot of aggressive pass rush, just trying to stay in their lanes and make a tackle. That 64-yard run, he broke a tackle. You missed that one tackle, and he's gone.
Wow. Staten Fontaine joining us at Mesmer, where the Flyers trail at 28-17. It is an hour and a half almost into game time. So, Staten, you're going to be there until about 9:30, it looks like. So that means you get to talk to us again in a little while.
Oh, I get the full use of my contract.
That's absolutely right. Well, your agent says we must go to you at least 3 times, or the contract is void. So we have to come to you at least one more time.
That's awesome.
You
Look
bet.
forward to talking to you again.
Same here, Staten Fontaine, man. Auto Body Express, taking care of business. We're now going to Jordan Gatlin, the coach's kid, Northwood, Woodlawn. What's going on, Jordan?
Oh, man, you caught me just the right time. They just had a fireworks show for halftime, so it's over now.
Oh, little pyrotechnics. Very
Yeah.
good. What's the score at the half, 18-6?
It's 18-6. Northwood had the ball 2 times inside the 5 and only come out with 6 points. Had an interception. Both teams been moving the ball steadily, down the field. Not a lot of big plays, a lot of 5-10 yards, picking up first down.
Have there been a lot of turnovers tonight? Has Northwood given up some possessions?
Yeah, Northwood had a fumble and an interception. I tell you, Northwood defense has held Woodlawn to 3rd down and long multiple times and couldn't get off the field.
Huh. All right, so you've been around the game for a long time, Jordan. Your pops has
Yes,
been around
sir.
the game for a long time. You know what he's more than likely telling these kids at the break. So share with us, if you will. What do you think he's telling them right now?
I think he's telling them, they're still in the game. It's 18-6. You're 2 scores down. Really 2 scores in your head, most likely. And I don't think that the way they move the ball, I think it's definitely a game they're still in. For sure.
Now, Woodlawn comes into the game. They've got Travinsky Mosley at running back and Larry Moten, the super talented wide receiver / quarterback. How has Woodlawn put those last 2 touchdowns on the board? We understand, like you said earlier, that Moten was playing at quarterback. What's happening in these last couple of touchdown drives?
Mosley scored 2, I think. Moton ran the first one in, and then Mosley scored on 2 sweeps. They've killed him on the outside a little bit. I tell you, that guy, man, he runs hard.
He does run hard.
He is he's not too big. I kind of saw him up close, and he's not a real big guy, but, man, he runs hard.
He lays the lick on. He does not get shortchanged at all with any run. He plays downhill. He is absolutely one of those kids that you would love to have the opportunity to coach at some point in your life. And Jerwin has had him for a long time there. He's been starting as a freshman, so we've seen Travinsky Mosley for a long time. Who gets the ball to kick the third quarter off there, Jordan?
Woodlawn's got it. They just kicked the third quarter off. Woodlawn has the ball.
All right. What yard line are they going to start off their possession?
30-yard line. They're 30.
All right, buddy. We'll be ready. We're going to be staying in touch with you, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Jordan Gatlin joining us. It's 8:29 here on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Before we get to the next call, let's do scores, and then we'll go to another call. So, J-Bo's already on the line with us? Oh, well, hold on there, Tanner. All right, after J-Bo, scores, and then we'll do one more call. J-Bo Lay joins us. North Webster on the road tonight at Logansport. Hey, J-Bo, what's shaking and baking in your world right now?
Hey, Fletcher, I think Coach Ware's trying to talk the officials into letting us start the halftime over. we went into halftime 12-7. They scored right there at half. They were inside the 10-yard line. Clock was running down with about 20-something seconds to go. They looked like they were going to do a little spike play. They snapped the ball. The line just kind of stood there, and the quarterback turned and threw a dart to a receiver that was actually covered. But, I mean, it was a perfect pass, perfect catch. They scored a touchdown, went ahead and scored the 2-point conversion. They used that John Stevens. They threw a jump ball up to him, and you ain't going to win with our guys because he's pretty tall. So they had it 20-7. Well, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, we come out of it. They kick off to us. We kick off to them. They go down the field, had it 3rd and 12. Our guy goes for the interception. Ball goes through his hands. They catch it, get the first down, and then they just drove it down our throats after that, went down and scored, kicked off to us, and turned around and scored again.
Oh, geez.
Whenever they kicked off to us, we fumbled the kickoff. They do a little squib kick every time, it's almost like an onside kick, but it's intentional.
One of those hard
It hit our guy right in the numbers and went right through his hands, and they landed on it, went down and scored. Right now it's 26-7. Ooh. And we just got the ball for our second play of the first half, and we just threw a little pass to CJ. I guess we're going to start throwing the ball. They got a first down, but we've got a big deficit to come back from. And these guys are well old. You can tell they're very disciplined. The quarterback's good. He's got real good receivers. And on defense, they've made the plays whenever they needed to. Like I said, we've hurt ourselves tonight with penalties, turnovers, and not scoring when we had a chance. This would have been a totally different ball game. We scored those 2 times in the first half inside the 10.
You got that right. And that seems to be kind of the North Webster problem this year. Getting down there, they've had so many opportunities inside the red zone and stubbed their toe. And that's something John Ware brought up again today.
Definitely. This team's still learning how to win football games, and we've played really good teams, and this is a really good team. And when you're playing them, you can't give good teams a chance. And that's the difference between us and all the teams we've played so far. We're good, but we're not really good right now. We're trying to get to that point, and we're having some bumps and bruises along the way.
That's for certain. J-Bo Lay down in Logansport covering North Webster Logansport. Logansport Tigers up 26-7. J-Bo, talk to you soon, bud.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. Tanner Kraft, how about a little score update before we check in with Angela Chanel?
Let's see, 21-14 Parkways. As far as I know, no update on that one since halftime there. Right. 14-7 Evangel over Airline, 18-6 Woodlawn over Northwood. Benton's getting all they want from Minden. It's 23-14 Benton right now. 15-8 Huntington over BTW. 43-12 North DeSoto over Bossier. 28-17 Calvary over Loyola. 30-14 Houghton over Franklin Parish. 26-7 Logansport over North Webster. 28-18 North Caddo over Lakeside. 46-7 Mansfield over the Auburn Woods. 20-7 Jonesboro Hodge over Plain Dealing. 30-0 Manny over Bunkie. Red River leads Winfield 22-7. 14-7 West Monroe over Ruston. Ash leads Natchitoches Central 21-7. Menard leads Lakeview 28-12, and Arcadia leads Ringgold 30-6.
There you go. Tanner Kraft doing a great job as the Eggman, sitting in for Adam Hester tonight. Rogers Hampton, who, by the way, let's take a look inside the studio there. I believe Rogers has a little company there tonight. I believe that's a little bit. Would that not be the daughter of Rogers Hampton? There we go, buddy. All right. Mike the Tiger, number 7. Good job there, Rogers, and always good to see you a little bit. You talk about a guy who's very happy now.
Oh,
Rogers
my goodness.
doesn't care what happens the rest of the night.
But she says she's leaving next break. This room is too hot for her.
She can leave. You can't. That's
no,
the bad.
She's like, Dad, this is this way for 3.5 hours. I said, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Angela Chanel joins us on the Lazy Boy Showcase Hotline. Hey, Lazy Boy. Hey, Angela.
Hey, I prefer to be Lazy Boy. Y'all don't have air conditioning?
Well, Rogers doesn't in his little room, but, he's tough. He's tough.
He can make it without air conditioning.
That's right. He's a big, bad man. What's going on in your world right now?
They found a soft spot.
Uh-oh.
28-18 with about 3 minutes left in the half.
What?
Well, I mean, halftime, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So y'all are at halftime. North
Yes,
Caddo's
sir.
up 28-18. Has Lakeside scored these last 2 touchdowns? Are they throwing the ball, or are they running right up the
Yes,
gut?
sir. All 3 of those have been touchdowns.
Really?
I mean, receptions. 42, 79, 80-yarder, and then a 70-yarder.
Good gosh.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And, I mean, every one of them has been a pass.
That is phenomenal. That's, whew. That'll get you right there.
Yeah, and, I mean, like I said, when you're looking at distance on them last 2, I mean, that was just horrible.
Wow. Did they get behind the defense or what?
The last one he threw real short, and then he just found a good hole and ran it in probably about 40 of the last 70.
Good grief. All right, so, obviously, Angela, we've shared the news about Chuck Dupree coaching with a heavy heart tonight. Just tough news for Chuck. And so, I'm sure that his kids are trying to rally as much as they can for their coach tonight.
Yes, sir. And I know they've listened this week a lot.
Yeah, I know they have as well. Because obviously he took some time away to be with his family. So we wish, again, Angela, our sympathy goes to Coach Dupree and his wife and family, and hope everything goes okay for the Rebels the rest of the way. But we'll check in with you a little bit later on. How about that?
Yes, sir. That'll work.
Excellent, Angela. Good to talk to you. And she is not a lazy boy. She is not even a lazy girl. She goes and gets burgers whenever Coach says go get burgers. She's the one that makes that North Caddo program run, man. All right, 8:36. Have we taken a break lately, Rogers? We need to take a break. We need to take a timeout. Rogers says take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. There's Rogers a little bit in there somewhere. All right. Yes, indeed. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, brought to you by Gibbsland Bank and Trust, First Choice Personnel, and Lazy Boy Furniture. Right here on News Radio 710 Keel, 101.7 FM. but no, that's all right. Welcome back, everybody. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Tim Fletcher, Rogers Hampton, and Tanner Kraft, a.k.a. the Eggman, joining us. Sitting in for Adam Hester, doing a great job tonight there, Tanner.
I appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. Let's go ahead and jump on that Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. Coach Thrash, things have taken a turn for the worse for the Bossier Bearcats, buddy. How you doing?
I can tell you we hadn't spotted the North Dakota punter.
Uh-oh.
He's a lonely man. He's like a Maytag repairman.
He's not going to get any credits toward lettering tonight, huh?
No. Hope he gets to play next week in the JV game. 'Cause they did trot him out, and they faked the punt, 65-yard touchdown. So
wow.
It's wow. It's the wheels fell off.
What happened?
46-12. They put us in a couple of third down and longs. Couldn't pick it up. Moved the ball good. They ran out of downs twice, and then they score so quickly. So.
Who's doing it tonight, Coach? Is it Aubrey Scott, the little running back, number 25?
Aubrey is. McGuire Parker.
He's a good receiver.
They just spreading it around. I mean, it's the 25 Aubrey Scott kid. That dude. It's step 2. He's at full speed. So
he is. You're right. That's something, Coach. I don't think we talk about enough. Is that acceleration that he does have out of the backfield?
Well, you watch it on TV and then you watch it live, standing up here, and he can roll.
Yeah, he can. I don't know how much attention he's getting from the next level, maybe because of his size, but kid can play. He can flat out play.
No doubt. They may have to move him to the slot or whatever at college, but that dude can run.
He can make somebody's roster. Coach, where are y'all in the game as far as time and quarter?
We're at 4:33 in the third. Abernathy's being kind. That's all I'll say. He's being kind.
Well, good deal. That's good to know.
We got some backup backs in there, and we're banged up. We got 7 guys out tonight. We don't have our quarterback, no fullback, so we're not going to make excuses. But at least, like I say, Abernathy's he's being kind to us.
Well, he and Concilio have known each other for a long, long time.
Long time.
Mutual respect goes both ways there. I guess that's why it's called mutual. So that's a good thing. Good to hear that, Coach.
Absolutely.
Sportsmanship being displayed right there in North DeSoto against Bossier. Coach Thrash, we always appreciate you, man, for what you do.
All right, brother.
Not only with us, but obviously for the kids at Bossier High, man. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, brother.
You bet.
See you. Bye-bye.
Let's go to Minden in the pit where Jeff Rhodes joins us, and the Crimson Tide kind of fighting their way back in, but it looks like Benton is starting to stretch it out a little bit. Hey, Jeff, what's going on in your game right now?
All right, we're sitting at 3 minutes and 20 seconds in the third quarter. Minden's got the ball. We were just at 3rd and 10, and we got sacked for about a 10-yard loss on that play.
Ooh.
So that's going to bring up 4th and 20. I'm sorry, it was 2nd and 10. It's 3rd and 20 now.
Okay.
But I tell you what, there's been a couple of turnovers in this first half. Minden ran the kickoff back at the beginning of the half, and so got some momentum. Then we intercepted the ball, so it was a turnover on Benton. We were driving down the field, and we fumbled the ball and gave it back to Benton. Benton scored, and so that's been the tale of this half so far. And then they blocked a punt way down deep in our territory, and got the ball on the 1 and ran it in next play. So that's the story of this particular quarter. We started off with a bang, and then Benton started crunching on us.
Oh boy, they got so many ways to beat you too. That's the thing, Jeff.
They do. They're an impressive team.
Someone texted us, one of the fellows who's out there at Benton. He said this is the best Benton team he's seen, and if they're not the second best team in Class 4A, he doesn't know who is. So
yeah.
This is they're loaded. The Havel kid you mentioned earlier was doing it with his feet more than with his arm. Is that still holding true?
He has not run the ball this much in this half. It's been mostly through the air.
Okay.
Well, we just punted, and Benton's going to have the ball at our 25 with 2:18 left in the third quarter.
All right, buddy. Jeff Rhodes at the pit. It's going to take a heck of a comeback. Need a turnover in a big way to kind of turn this thing around right now. Benton in control. Nice job there, Jeff. We appreciate it, buddy. Jeff Rhodes joining us at Minden. Let's try Ridge if we can't get Laura then. Let's try Ridge then if we can't get Laura. Let's get to the Captain Shreve Parkway. What games kind of stand out to you right now, Tanner, as a little bit of a surprise with what's going on?
I wouldn't say there's many surprises. Calvary just scored again. They're up 35-17. Woodlawn's up 25-13 on Northwood. And after seeing Northwood play against Benton last week, in person, I'm surprised they're holding Northwood to only 13 points.
We talked to Jerwin Wilson this week, and I said, Coach, we're expecting a shootout. He goes, well, we're expecting a shutout. He goes, that's what we want to do. We go into every game hoping to shut them out. So he said their defense was going to show up tonight.
Right.
And they obviously are. As far as a game that is piquing your interest right now, where would you go?
Well, let's see. I mean, North Caddo's up. Lakeside just scored, so 28-26 North Caddo. That's a good game there. And
that is a good game.
Loyola just scored, so now it's 35-23. So a lot of these games are just going back and forth. These are a lot of high-scoring games.
There are a lot of high-scoring games, and they're just now. A lot of these games are just early in the third, too.
Right.
Interesting. We're going now to Ridge Lewis on the Lazy Boy Showcase Hotline. Hey, Ridge, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining Friday Football Frenzy, where Ridge Lewis is at the Parkway Shreve game. What's going on in your contest, buddy?
35-14 Parkway. Parkway just scored again. They're starting to assert themselves now, offensively and defensively. They've made a stop, I think, the last 2 times.
Really?
So, and that makes a big difference in a game like this.
Yeah.
So they're starting to look good. They started opening it up. I think in the first half, G Money said they threw the ball maybe twice. I think they threw the ball 3 or 4 times and I think maybe for 2 touchdowns in the second half.
We talk about that Parkway offense a lot, obviously, because of Monty Larry taking over, and that's kind of the strong point. But this defense, what are they doing well tonight against Captain Shreve?
The defense?
Yeah.
Well, at first, not much. But now they are starting to stop the run a little bit. I mean, Captain Shreve really has run well on them. Captain Shreve's kind of shooting themselves in the foot, to be honest with you. Their passing game has kind of faltered. And they just try to run it straight up the middle, and Parkway's plugging it up there. So they're not showing too much inventiveness
number 4 for Captain Shreve, the Ivory kid. Has he been able to get loose any tonight?
Oh, yeah. He's done really well. The first half, not so much the second half.
Ridge Lewis joining. Where are we at in the game again as far as quarter? What quarter? What quarter are we in, and how much time left?
Let me check. We are in the 1 minute left in the third quarter.
1 in the third. Parkway,
yeah, we're moving along because of like I said, it was mainly a running game.
Yeah.
So, like you said, are we kind of ahead of everybody else right now?
Yeah, pretty much. There are some that are a little behind. We've got some schools, though, that are 4:30 to go in the second quarter. So,
Yeah, I got a friend at the Airline Evangel game, and they were way behind. That was kind of a shocker there.
Yeah.
That score.
Yeah, and the Houghton game's got homecoming, so that's going to delay it for a bit. But there's some pretty interesting games going on so far, and I thought this one was going to be a lot closer than what we've got. But Parkway's starting to kind of exert themselves. So
well, that was it. Yeah, but just then, as we speak, Captain Shreve just dropped. Just the offensive line just pushed Parkway back about 10 yards and gained 10 yards for them. So they
interesting.
Got them there on the Parkway 31 driving.
Well, we'll see if they'll punch it in and maybe make it interesting. But right now, all Parkway all the time. Ridge Lewis taking care of business at Preston Crownover. Ridge, always appreciated, buddy.
No problem.
Joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase Hotline now, it's Airline Athletic Director Ronnie Coker. Hey, Coach Coker. Last time we talked to you, Evangel scored just before the half, 14-7 going to the third quarter. Where are we now?
14-7, 5:05 left in the third quarter. 5:05 left. Hold on, Fletch. Flag's down. It's third and late. Do a flag on an uncatchable ball. I'm trying to see what it is. 5:05 left in the third. Evangel 14, Airline 7.
What's happened in the third quarter? Just changing possessions, punting away to each other?
Just a lot of physical football. So just change possessions, like you said. We get a first down, they get one. I'm trying to figure out what they called right here because it's an uncatchable ball. I don't know what it was.
Who has the ball, Evangel or Airline?
Evangel's got the ball on the 10, 20, 22 going in. I'm sorry, Fletcher. I couldn't get the sign, man. Couldn't get the
call.
I'm just asking the referee right here. Hey, what was the flag? Pass interference on the uncatchable ball? On the uncatchable ball? That's good. Okay. Thank you, man. Pass interference.
Huh.
It was a good call. I was wrong.
Nice concession speech there, Coach Coker. Always good. All right, so
I said that by the referee. So.
Yeah, I understand. You don't want to get one to double up the indemnity there. All right, so it's 14-7. Evangels driving now. They got a new set of downs. So
second and 15, made a good play on defense. Second 13, sorry.
How's the crowd? Are they sticking in there? I assume there's some folks piled into this place, huh?
I tell you what, Fletcher, I'm so proud of our guys. It's military appreciation for us, and I bet we had 250 vets, active and inactive, and it was an extremely touching ceremony at halftime. And our side's got a lot of folks. Evangel's got a good crowd. They got a real good crowd.
Well, I would go watch these guys play if I were a casual fan. I mean, they're an exciting team to watch just because their defense is lights out. Has Airline been able to do anything offensively outside of the
well, we just got ball. We just got the fumble.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's huge.
Then number, well, I can't say it on radio. We were just recovered a fumble, and then one of their guys. Anyway, hey, we got the ball, Fletch. First down and 10 on, looks like the 20. And I'll tell you what, great ball game, though, man.
That's what it sounds like.
And our defense, our kids are flying around, like crazy. And their guys are, too. I mean, like I said earlier, it's a game that you would want to come watch right now.
Right.
We're not driving the ball that well, but, man, I tell you what, they got a lot to do with that, But anyway.
Plenty of time. You need one big play to kind of get back into this thing or just a good drive. No one has been able to do that against Evangel in quite some time. Maybe this will be the time with Brad Frame taking care of business at quarterback. Coach, this is kind of interesting.
It is.
They don't have
what about Tanner Kraft? Is he keeping up with my Yankees? It was in the 12th inning.
Kraft, what's going on, buddy?
Let me look for you here. I knew it was in the 12th inning as well. It is still 8-8 going into the bottom of the 12th.
Right. Well, Tanner, that's not good, buddy. Hey, we got to get some timely hits in the top of the 13th.
Hey, the Astros won, so my day is complete. I'm all good.
All right, guys. Hey, I'll call me later, Fletch.
All right, buddy. Good talking to you, Coach Coker. All right, now what is it? 8:52, 9:50. What time is it? 8:53. Okay, is that right? Okay. We've been on the air for 2 hours? Sure, not just an hour. Does it seem like it's been 2 hours? Well, you're in the sweat box. You're in the sauna in there, so yeah, it probably does feel that way. I get that. Let's get back to Tamika or Mr. Graham with BTW Huntington. We haven't gotten an update on that one. That was a tight game. BTW closed the gap to 15-8. This is a big game for either one of these teams that want to have playoff aspirations. They need to pick up the 10 points to go with a win for the power points and then start collecting other points as well. So this will be very interesting. If you haven't heard earlier, Craig Davis, a guy who has been Mr. Everything for Huntington, has been put at quarterback, Tanner, and why not? Put your best athlete where he touches at every play.
Yes, sir. Like putting them in center field or putting them at shortstop, just let them make plays.
That's where you put the best athletes, and that's why, of course, Tanner Kraft
is sitting right here.
What is your alma mater doing right now with Minden?
It's getting ugly pretty quick. It's 37-14 Benton.
37-14 Benton. Well, Tamika joins us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. She is with BTW, and they're taking on Huntington tonight. Hey, Tamika, what's the score now?
Fletcher, it is 22-8 Huntington with 26 seconds left in the second quarter going into halftime. Huntington has the ball, and we just got an interception. So Booker T got the ball trying to run it back.
Oh, where are they going?
So our offense is about to take the field.
All right. What yard line are you going to be on?
We're on the 30-yard line, and we have 16 seconds left before half.
Stranger things have happened. Tamika, why is this game taking so long?
We had an issue with the stadium. The stadium did not have the game scheduled, so there was nobody here. So we didn't get into the stadium until after 5:30. So the referees and I guess the coaches moved it to 7:10 at start time.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm driving. We're driving out here on I-20, and I saw the bus. Who's wearing white tonight, Huntington or BTW?
BTW is wearing white.
BTW is wearing white. I saw them getting off the bus at 5 o'clock.
Yes, you're right. They got off the bus at 5, and we kind of hung out outside the gates until after 5:30.
So no one was there to have the gates open. They had no clue.
No clue that there was a game scheduled for tonight.
Now, Tamika.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody. It's not my right, you know. But
No
I was
mistake
looking on
happened.
the schedule that was in the Shreveport Times on Sunday, August 27th. Okay? They printed out a schedule, or they had published a schedule for every high school in the area. And it says for Huntington, BTW, October 6th, I, which stands for Independence Stadium. You look on BTW schedule, it says BTW at Huntington, I for Independence Stadium. They've known this since August 27th.
Yes,
And probably before then. So
some communications got missed somewhere, and so we had to wait for them to open the gates and us getting in, doing your regular warm ups and all of that good stuff.
Was
and then we
Huntington
got
outside
started.
waiting as well? Were they waiting to get in?
As well.
Are there concessions?
Concessions are only on the home side.
Are the bathrooms
So
working?
people, I think so. I haven't been up there.
Now, here the PA guy, he's always there. I think he
Oh
lives
yeah,
there
Lewis is
sometimes.
always here.
Yes, I think he sleeps there sometimes. Because he does everything at Independence Stadium. Wow.
Yes.
So did BTW do anything with the ball in their last little piece of possession?
I think so. We did move the ball better in the first quarter. We had to do some adjustments, and we did. And that's how we was able to get that 8 points. So we're just trying to, again, chug along before the clock goes down to 0-0 and locker room.
All right, so how much time on the clock now?
Oh, it's going down to 0, so this concludes the first half. If you can hear Lewis, and we head into the locker room.
There you go. Tamika taking care of it for us with BTW trailing Huntington at the break, 22-8. Thanks, Tamika.
Okay.
Now, Tanner, you played high school ball at Benton all 4 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever show up at a stadium where they weren't expecting you to play? No. Rogers, you played high school ball at teeny tiny Friendship Academy. Did you ever show up at a stadium where they weren't expecting a game?
No, we showed up with some bad fields and gopher holes and stuff like that, but there was always people there to let us in and get the game started on time. I've never had that happen.
This is absolutely...
I'm talking about going back to Pee Wee ball.
Yes. This is absurd.
I wish we had... The look on your and I face...
I can't believe this. I mean, there's no game at Lee Hedges tonight.
Yeah.
So, maybe they should have played at Lee Hedges or whatever.
The biggest stadium in the city.
But the fact is that I'm looking at a schedule printed on August 27th.
It was printed then, so the schedule was made even before that.
Yes, it's been known. Hey, we're going to have a game at Independence Stadium on October 6th, so let's make sure we have it
That's amazing.
Wow. And that's just,
I know.
I don't want to make it a bigger issue than it is. But it sure seems like kind of the way that sometimes football is treated and athletics are treated around here. So that's unbelievable. Well, you can understand why there's a little bit of delay. They're just now going to the locker room. So think about that. I mean, granted, it's not a school night, but you got kids that typically they're in the fourth quarter at 9 o'clock at night. It's going to be 10:15, 10:30. These kids are going to shower, bus back to the school, and then shower, and then get home about 11:45 or midnight. Got to get something to eat at some point. It's just, the kids should not be treated this way. Shame on whoever it is that made that mistake. This is Friday Football Frenzy. We are sponsored by Chevyland. Get ready for some scores, Tanner, before we go to the break. You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Powered by Chevyland, News Radio 710 Keel, 101.7 FM. Cubs lead 2-zip. Indians, Yankees, tied up 8-8. U.S. men's national team blasted Panama 3-zip. Now for the stuff that matters tonight.
Let's see here. Parkway leads Captain Shreve 35-22. Evangel, I guess, held Airline right there. They now lead at 16-7.
Ooh, must have drove them back. Okay.
Woodlawn leads Northwood 25-20. Benton's up on Minden 37-14. Huntington leads BTW 22-8.
At the half. Unbelievable.
North DeSoto still leads Bossier 46-12. Calvary is up 35-23 over Loyola. 37-20 Houghton over Franklin Parish. 32-13 now Logansport over North Webster. 34-28 Lakeside over North Caddo.
I think I've got North Caddo up 34. Oh, wait, you know what? I think you're right. I'm sorry. You're right, buddy. My bad. Yeah. Wow.
Comeback there, huh?
34 unanswered points.
Let's see. Mansfield up 54-7 over Dearborn Woods. Jonesboro Hodge leads Plandilling 32-13. Manny is up 44-0 over Bunkie. Red River leads Winfield 30-7. West Monroe leads Ruston 21-14. Ash still leads Natchitoches Central 21-7. Menard is still up 28-12 over Lakeview, and Arcadia leads Ringgold 30-6.
Very good. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Rogers Hampton, Tanner Craft, and myself, Tim Fletcher, taking care of business for you on this Friday night. Friday Football Frenzy will return right after this. Welcome back. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. It's Truck Month! Whoop, whoop! It's Chevyland, 7500 Uri Drive, Tim Fletcher, along with that guy right there in the box, Rogers Hampton. Hey now. Ho, ho, ho. Look out, ladies. Oh, yeah. He's in a good mood. His daughter came to see him fleeing the tropical storm.
So I needed that fourth wind, and she brought it to me.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, he has not been this happy at 9 o'clock at night ever. Ever. So, Lauren, thank you for propping your pops up here tonight. We
You got
appreciate
that
it.
right a little bit.
All right, where are we going here, Rogers Hampton?
We are going to Jordan.
Jordan Gatlin at Northwood and Woodlawn. This has been a very interesting game. Jordan, catch us up to date, man. What's going on now in your contest?
Yes, just Travinsky Mosley just took it in from 60 yards out. It's 39-27. Northwood threw two 60-yard touchdown passes in the start of the second half, cut the lead down 27-33. And then it's just been a track meet the second half, man.
So what's the score now?
39-27.
39-27. What are we looking at on the clock?
We got about 9 minutes to go. Northwood's about to get the ball back. 9 minutes to go.
39-27. Okay, so let's see. They've gotten a couple of two-point conversions. Seeing when Northwood chasing points, you put 8 on the board, you still can't kick a field goal. So yeah, it's
2 touchdowns down.
Yeah, there ain't no way you slice it, is there, Jordan? Okay, so 2 touchdowns down. Travinsky Mosley, Jordan, this kid's something else, isn't he?
Yeah, he's real. I'll tell you one thing I want to say about Woodlawn. They're very well coached. They haven't hardly made a mistake all night. I bet they've had maybe 3 or 4 penalties, no fumbles, no interceptions. I mean, they have not made a mistake all night.
Well, my big takeaway from watching Woodlawn, obviously, it's easy to see Moden and Hester and Mosley and Roby. You're like, oh, these kids are special. That offensive line is the best offensive line that Woodlawn's had in
They're good.
35
They're very
years.
good. I tell you, Bogan hadn't given up at all, man. He's thrown last 2 drives, 60-yard touchdown passes to LaCedric Smith. And man, I mean, it's been a battle, but there.
Now, I don't know if there's someone who may have Trayon Jones on their fantasy team, but how's Trayon doing tonight?
He had a 70-yard or at least a 50-yard touchdown run. They had him at running back for a play, and he's caught plenty of passes. He's doing well.
So, okay, Northwood's taking over the ball now. There's still a lot of clock because of the way Bogan
Yeah,
chucks it
Northwood's
around.
got the ball at the 50.
Wow.
So they got it. Yeah, they recovered an onside kick at the 50.
Wow. Huh, interesting. Has Woodlawn done that all night, Jordan?
Well, no, Trayon has been close to breaking a couple kickoffs, and I think they don't want to get it to him.
I got you. Okay. Well, let's hang out with you here for a second real quick and just see what if Northwood puts something on the board here quick with Bogan.
Yeah, we're on the 50. First down and 10.
Boy, it's a fun game.
They're going deep again. And Trayon Jones just made a 30-yard catch and got a pass interference penalty called against him.
So Trayon Jones
on Woodlawn. It should be on Woodlawn. I don't know. They haven't said yet, but I'm pretty sure it was on. He was holding him down the sideline.
So that'll take
Trayon
you.
Still made the catch.
Okay, that'll take you inside the Woodlawn 20, huh?
Yep.
And that takes about 10 seconds. That's about it. That's the way you play football, Tanner Craft. You get 30 yards every 10 seconds.
Right there.
Why would you get 3 yards at a time when you can get 30 yards at one time? I don't understand.
That's it. Yeah, Northwood has moved the ball. I mean, they haven't really been stopped all night, but those 2 turnovers really cost them.
In this game, yeah, you're right. Because
Northwood's
Woodlawn
running the ball. It's like he's going to pretty close to score. He's inside the 5 right there. To Chantrick Watson. It's a good run. First down, about a 12-yard run. They're inside the 5, looks like.
Clock stops on a first down. They'll set the chains. And I know you're saying, well, it's not 1 minute left. You don't care about the clock stopping. Yes, you do. In a game like this, every chance you can save some time on that clock, the better off you are. Jordan Gatlin joining us.
That's true.
Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery hotline. He's with the Northwood Falcons. His pops is the coach, taking on Woodlawn down 39-27 right now. Jordan, take it away. Oh, Jordan did? Okay, well, we'll call him back. Let's do Jeff, and then we'll call Jordan back. Hey, Jeff Fielder, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing great, guys. How are y'all?
Well, doing okay. Bart Bernard did a nice job for you there at halftime. But we got to hear from our reliable correspondent Jeff Fielder tonight. Jeff, Calvary taking on Loyola. What you got going on now?
Well, the Brown brothers are putting on a show tonight.
Really?
Isaiah Brown has run for 2 long runs up the middle for touchdowns, and Jeremiah Brown just picked off a Loyola pass and took it down to the 3. It was called back for a little bit because of looked like a block in the back or something. But the Cavs are putting on a show tonight, 42-23 with 11:19 left in the fourth quarter.
How about Cade Hart tonight and Day-Day? What have they done?
Cade's done real well. Of course, he's thrown a couple of touchdown passes and actually ran for one. Day-Day's had a lot of yards tonight, but I don't know. I can't remember if he's put one in or not.
There's been so many.
Yeah, that's true. Isaiah's really had a good game tonight.
Isaiah Brown, of course, the younger brother of Shun Brown, standout at Arizona. For all intents and purposes, have never heard a bad thing about Shun Brown and Isaiah Brown. Supposed to be really good kids. So
they are. They're great kids, and they got promising futures ahead of them.
You got that right. Shun's the best thing Arizona's got going. You know, and that is a fact. Well, let's see if Calvary punches it in here, okay, Jeff?
All right, it is 4th and probably 2 to go. They've got Cavs have got the ball on the Loyola 20-yard line. They approach the ball. Cade's in the shotgun. Looks like Day-Day's in the backfield with him. He's looking to the sideline for the play. He's got it. He drops back. He got away from him. And he's running for the first down and more. He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Has a first down. First down and 10 on the 11.
First and 10 on the 11, and how much time left in the game now, Jeff?
10:37.
10:37. This could be one of those nail-in-the-coffin touchdowns right here, buddy.
Yep.
All right.
Looks like it.
Jeff Fielder, good to talk to you, buddy. And if this thing tightens up, we'll get back with you.
Sounds good, bud.
All right, man. Jeff Fielder joining us. We got back to Jordan Gatlin now. Jordan, did Northwood punch it in?
Northwood punched it in, and it's 41-34, and I think Woodlawn just ran the kickback, looks like. Travinsky Mosley, a 100-yard kickoff return, right at the goal line, picked it up, ran all the way in.
Wow.
So that's going to put it at 47-34.
Good grief. Good gosh.
It has just been it's been a battle this second. It's been a track meet, man. Seems like everybody that gets the ball scores within 5 plays.
Okay, how much time left in the fourth quarter now, Jordan?
Let's see. Now Woodlawn's going for 2. It's got 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left in the fourth.
There were 9 minutes left. It was 39-27. So in 1 minute we got 2 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable. So let's get
had
the
2 scores in less than 10 seconds.
Good grief.
Off the clock.
All right. Are they successful on the 2-pointer?
Look like they're gonna kick the extra point. We'll see. They're lining up right now.
We'll hold out for a second.
And he missed it. He missed the extra point. So that's going to keep the score within 13. So there's still less than 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, extra points down. Northwood with 8 minutes left.
What's the score now? 47-34. 47-34. Woodlawn over Northwood. All right, Jordan. Appreciate it, buddy. Good job, man.
Thank you.
We always appreciate the efforts there. And let's see, Rogers, where do we need to go next? Do you want to get in with Angela Chanel?
All right.
And see, Lakeside was down 28-0 in this game. What's the score down that one, Eggman?
What game? Sorry.
North Caddo Lakeside.
48-35 Lakeside.
48?
Yes, sir.
35?
Yes, sir.
It was 28-0.
Yep.
North Caddo. Good goobly goo. Boy. Baseball scores for you in the bottom of the 13th. The Yankees in Cleveland still tied 8-8. Cubs now lead the Nationals 3-zip, bottom of the 8th. So, yeah, there you go. Cubbies trying to take game 1 of the National League Division Series. The professor went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits. Not too shabby. So far tonight, Anthony Rizzo, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. Chris Bryant, 1 for 4 with a run and an RBI. The good guys up 3-zip over the Nationals.
North Caddo just scored again, so 48-42.
Oh, wait, North Caddo just scored?
Yeah, 48-42 now.
48. She might have just tried to text me. Tamon Sanders, 60-yard kickoff return. Let's see, Rogers. Let's you want to check in with J-Bo?
J-Bo.
Tamon Sanders, 60-yard kickoff return, 48-42, 2:18 in the third quarter.
Arcadia and Ringo just went final. Arcadia won that one 36-6.
Oh, Angela called back. Angela Chanel in what has been a wild one in Sibley.
Hey,
Angela, what's going on? This is just nuts.
Yeah, we did well though with a long field this time, so they're starting off at this 20, so hopefully that'll bring us some good luck.
Now, Angela, did North Caddo have a 28-0 lead in this game?
Yes.
And then it was 40 to 20. It was a 28-0 lead, and they scored 40 straight points?
Yes.
Holy cow. And where are we now? What's the score now?
48-42, Lakeside, with 1:34 to go in the third.
A lot of time left. And you said Lakeside has been doing it through the air. Is that right?
Yes, sir. All of their, they've only had one touchdown that was on the ground, and that was only because they were like 1 yard out. Everything else has been through there.
Wow. Absolutely insane game in Lakeside.
It's definitely turned into a momentum game now because Lakeside has that momentum. And they just got another score, 55 yards out.
What?
Yep.
Is this a video game? Or?
Why? This is insane, Angela. So Lakeside just scored from 55 yards out.
Yes,
We're running
sir.
out of room on our score sheet.
I don't have any more.
I'm going to have to go down to the Mansfield Darlone Woods area belowhand. All right, so they scored, and we're going to wait for the conversion.
Yeah, because they've gone straight for two, so apparently they don't have a kicker.
Yeah. Well, you
But they
think
found
stopped
success after about the third or fourth attempt on going for two because they've made everyone since then.
Wow. Yeah, they have. 26, 34, 40, 48. Now trying to make it 56.
Well, the streak is over. We picked that one. So.
Okay. 54-42. Maybe
Yes,
the best
sir.
play you guys have had all night is Tamon Sanders running kicks back.
Yes, sir. And he's had three tonight. Well, he had that one with the kickoff, and then he had the two 50 yards. So.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Angela Chanel. It's a
Yes,
wild
sir.
one.
I'm going close to 70 for each by the time we're through.
I have a feeling you are right. This game will be 70-something to 60-something by the time all is said and done.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
well, don't go get any burgers. Stay there in the stadium.
Yes, sir. We're good tonight.
Thanks, Angela.
There's nothing close enough over here. Yes,
That's
sir.
true. All right. We'll talk to you soon,
Thank you.
Angela. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I don't think Sibley's got a Tasty Freeze or a Dairy Queen. All right,
I go to dollar store.
get some Cheetos. Thanks, Angela.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lazy Boy Showcase Hotline. That was Angela Chanel, and now joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase Hotline, it's J-Bo Lay. Hey, J-Bo, found out
Fletch.
tonight that Logan Sport's a really good football team, huh?
Hey, man, right now there's 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to score 32-26.
What? What?
Yeah. Yeah, we've gone nuts here in the fourth quarter, and we're onside kicking it right now, and they just got it. Crap. But let me tell you what happened. All right,
Tell me what happened, J-Bo. All right.
we scored a touchdown a while ago to make it, what was that, 20, yeah, make it 19.
32 to 19.
32 to 19. And our kicker was supposed to do an onside kick, and apparently he missed the onside kick that they talked about the whole time they were, and he kicks it deep. And he took a pretty good butt chewing for that. But our boys stopped him inside the 10-yard line pretty quick in 4 plays.
Okay.
They punted the ball to us. We get the ball on the 40-yard line, and we go down and we score in about 5 plays. So now we're where we're at now, 32-26 with 3:45 to go, and Logan Sports lost all their momentum. Not saying that they can always hit us with a quick pass, but totally different ball game than what we had earlier. They're doing a little. They just did like a what do you call it, running sheet or whatever.
Yeah.
They lined somebody else up behind the quarterback. I don't know where the quarterback is at right now. He's fixing to come back out on the field, but we just stopped them. They lost 2 yards on that play.
Okay,
So,
how much time's, what's the
3 minutes to go. We got, I think, 1 timeout left. I'm not even sure on the timeout.
This is crazy.
But
I had given up on you, J-Bo.
Well, we kind of had to until we just, we really hurt ourselves big time tonight. So for our guys to still be fighting, which is good, to be in this ball game is crazy.
Wow.
Oh,
I did not see this coming. When it was 32-13, I thought that was time for North Webster to. I know that Coach Ware said his parents have brought their camper trailer up, and they're going to stay in the RV lot behind the visitor stands there in Logansport. But I figured everyone else from the Spring Hill area was about ready to hit the road. But no, sirree. All right, what down is it now?
Looks like they might have got a first down there. I don't know.
That's not good news for North Webster.
No, they come out through the ball. Third down, and now they're saying first down. They ain't even measuring. Well, I think Ware's fixing to go nuts here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Ware in this side, Jared, they've been kind of going at it a little bit this last 6 or 7 minutes, and he goes at it pretty good with them. But okay, they gave him the first down. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
2:25, and you've got 1 timeout left. Let's see, 25
Yeah,
second play
we got 1 timeout left. Yeah, 1 timeout left.
All right, so
we need to make a big play, make a big stop. Our defense has played strong in the second half. Man, they got this big fullback. Wow. They put one of their linebackers, I think, our defensive lineman, number 52.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know who he is. He looks like a Devin White, what he looks like. He just busted through for about 25 yards. So they got the ball first down on the 18.
And the clock now reading.
Yeah, the clock's 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes. They can take the snap, get it to 155, call timeout. Second down and 12. They could start
Well, I tell you.
130, third down, 105, 1 minute. They can almost kneel it out right now.
We're going to game one time this year, and I hope I'm pretty sure we'll get to the playoffs. Our district.
Yeah, I think so. I think North Webster could end up being maybe the class of that district. You never know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, when we get in the playoffs, a lot of teams are going to look at our records and not think anything about it. Hey, this team's a push. They got another thing coming.
North Webster is going to fight you. They're going to go after you 4 quarters. That is a fact. Tim, I tell you what, man, J-Bo, this says a lot about the resiliency of a group of high school kids and the resiliency of a coaching staff that John Ware absolutely loves to death. There's a lot of folks go down to Logansport down 32-13 to that squad, and they're ready to go ahead and pack it into the bus.
Hey, and I tell you right now, when you talk to Coach Ware about this game, he's going to tell you we were a better football team tonight.
Well,
he's going to tell you we were a better football team than Logansport.
That's
and I'm telling you,
I believe you.
He's going to tell you that, but we made mistakes. We hurt ourselves.
Yeah, and you can't do that against a good team like this. That's the
they're good. Don't get me wrong. They are a really good football team. We play Haynesville every year. There's no doubt in my mind. If they're in the 1 seed and 2 seed, they'll see each other in the state championship game.
I think you're right, and I think
I personally think Haynesville's a better team because they're big on the defensive line. Haynesville's big as anybody I've ever seen on the defensive line. I think they'll be able to get after this team a little bit more. They're and Haynesville's athletic. I think they'll, and plus they're going to be fired up from last year. If they meet in the Superdome, it'll be one heck of a game. And I'm going to say right now, Haynesville beats.
There you go, J-Bo Lay with a bold proclamation. Has the clock struck 0 yet, J-Bo?
No, it's 53 seconds left, third down, and 8. Ware hasn't used his timeout yet.
It looks like it's going to be over there, buddy.
Hold on, no, I think we did use our timeout. 53 seconds to go, third down. We might be able to get the ball.
Okay, I tell you what. Hang on a second, J-Bo. We're going to put you on hold and check in with Chad real quick at the Evangel Airline game. Chad Johnson joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. Hey, Chad.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good. 16-7 last score we heard. What do you got now?
It is 37-7. We've kind of defensively, they're Brad Freem went out right coming out of half. He got tackled pretty hard on the ground there, and an apparent shoulder injury. Not sure really what it is, but he went out. Second string came in, and they've not been doing much offensively. He threw a pick six to Patrick Jones, and then we've put together 2 real nice drives, and Tomas Sloan has run 2 touchdowns in. So.
Well. So Evangel kind of flexed the muscle here, huh?
Yeah, they kind of got going a little bit late offensively, and honestly, though, Tim, going to these games, man, Airline's defense has really played really well today overall, honestly. I'm very impressed with their defense, a lot more than I thought I would be.
I believe you. Seth Stoll's a really good coach. He gets a lot out of those kids, and they buy into it. How much time left in the game right now, Chad?
About 5 minutes. Just under 5 minutes.
Okay, very good. So Evangel was in a tight one and has stretched it out here, 37-7. Evangel, again, looking like they are unmatched in District 1-5A. All right, Chad, appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Have a good weekend, man. Let's get back to J-Bo, see if that game's wrapped up. Hey, J-Bo.
Hey, Fletch.
Yo.
Well, it's pretty much over. They did that little wildcat formation.
Yeah.
Stevens did to us tonight other than catch a 2-point conversion. And right up the middle for about an 18-yard touchdown. Other than that, we pretty much contained him tonight. You know, he's caught a few passes here and there. We made him fumble the ball once or twice tonight. But he scored right up the middle touchdown there, so it's 38-26, 48 seconds to go.
All right, buddy.
I wish that boy needs to be going to LSU. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, TCU got their hooks in him early. TCU did a good job recruiting this area, and LSU was very late coming after him. I remember Jess Curtis saying that he was a little upset at the LSU coaching staff. If I remember an article in the summer that they had not shown him nearly enough. I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry. I'm getting A.J. Carter confused with John Stevens. Never mind. I don't know why. I don't understand why LSU hasn't come after Stevens. I don't. They could use some help at wide receiver.
He's like 6'4", his arms as long as you can think about.
And you think he's got a little good DNA. Let's see. His half sister just won the U.S. Open. His father was one of the Rookie of the Year. And so, in the NFL, so I think the DNA coursing through his veins tells you that he's got even more room to grow as a great athlete. So,
no doubt. And
LSU
he'll probably
is missing out on that.
I don't know what kind of speed he's got, but he'll probably put on another 10 or 15 pounds.
I think I read somewhere that he had a 4.5 40 time already at one of these camps.
Yeah.
That's Tanner Kraft speed, I know, running backwards. But, he's a kid that LSU should try to get back after because, let's see, they have nobody at wide receiver outside of DJ Chark that scares anybody. So, he's something else, man.
Our tallest defensive back or corner, maybe, we might have one that hits 5'9".
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll tell you the advantage
on the field.
That'll tell you the advantage he has going into most games.
Yeah, he does. And I
With
don't
his
care
game
playing,
plan.
especially a 1A ball. Holy moly!
Yes,
You don't find too many 5A corners. The Israel kid over at Parkway's a good sized kid, 6'2", 6'3" kid. But come on, man. Ardarius Washington at Evangel, but those kids are playing for keeps, All right, J-Bo. Well, buddy, you got a long haul back. I hope you have a good, safe trip, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you too, buddy. J-Bo Lay joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase Hotline. Rogers, let's do some scores here with the Eggman and take a timeout. How about that? And we'll set it up to see where we're going to go next. Scoring is a plenty at some games, and we'll get to those in a little bit. Eggman, what we got?
Let's see. We got a final from the Parkway game. Parkway wins that one 49-29. Evangel was up 37-7. 47-41 Woodlawn over Northwood right now.
Ooh, let's get out to Renee.
Huntington is up on.
Not Renee, Jordan Gatlin.
Huntington's up on BTW 22-8. North DeSoto has beat Bossier 53-18. That one is final. 49-23 Calvary over Loyola.
49-23.
49-23. Houghton is final at 46-20. Houghton wins that one. Logansport 38, North Webster 26. That one about to go final. Lakeside is up 54-42 last time I heard, but you never know with that game.
Yep.
Jonesboro Hodge and Plain Dealing have gone final. Jonesboro Hodge won that one 32-13. Manny beat Bunkie 51-0. Red River is up 30-7 over Winfield. West Monroe 28-14 over Ruston. That one is final. Ash 30, Natchitoches Central 7. Menards 42, Lakeview 12, and Arcadia and Ringgold have gone final. Arcadia wins that one 36-6.
36-6. There we go. All right, kids. When we come back, we'll go to Jordan Gatlin at Northwood. We'll speak to Barn again at Calvary. What else we got? And then we'll start hitting some coaches up, Rogers. How's that sound? It's 9:30 on a Friday night, and you're listening to Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Chevyland, our title sponsor 5 years in a row on News Radio 710 Kiel 101.7 FM. Welcome back, everybody. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Tim Fletcher with you here. Rogers Hampton is in. He is the man in the box right there, sweating to the oldies. I tell you, Rogers, he's already sweated through a pair of socks and he's got his shoes off, so it's almost like he's in Arkansas again. Tanner Kraft is sitting in with us tonight. Glad to have the Eggman with us instead of Dam. Adam Hester's on vacation tonight. So good job tonight so far, Tanner Kraft.
Thank you.
Where are we going now, Rogers Hampton? Jordan Gatlin. Buddy, have we still got a game going on there?
Man, it is a game. 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go. Northwood's got the ball. It's 41-47. Just had a pass interference penalty. It's going to make it first down inside the 15-yard line of Woodlawn.
What?
Yes.
Woodlawn's ahead 47-41.
That's score.
And Northwood is inside the 15 of Woodlawn. All right, here you go. Take it away, Jordan.
Northwood has the ball inside the 15, first and 10, with a minute left to go in the game.
How's the crowd reacting? Going nuts?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Okay, Jordan Gatlin. Coach Gatlin's kid.
Okay, let's see. That's about a gain of about 3 on first down. Let's make it 2nd and 7. Actually, 2nd and 5. It's a little longer than I thought. Yeah, I tell you, it's under a minute now left to go in the game.
Under a minute to go in the game. Northwood trailing Woodlawn 47-41. They're on the 10-yard line now. Jordan Gatlin on the lazy boy.
Now they're inside. Look like going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and short.
Oh my!
Got out of bounds with 40 seconds left to go, so it'll be about third and 3.
Any idea timeout situations for both teams?
No, it doesn't have it on the clock.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. I think Northwood has at least used 2, so I think they may only have 1 timeout.
Okie doke.
Okay, let's see. It's 3rd down, 3rd and short. Northwood just got the 1st down inside the man. They almost scored. They're probably a foot out.
Holy cow! Last week, Northwood
just called a timeout.
Northwood calls timeout.
1st and goal.
And how much time?
With 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. If you remember last week, Northwood has given Benton the best game that Benton has faced all season long, a 50-42 win. Benton tonight whips up on Minden 43-21. But right now, Jordan Gatlin joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase Hotline on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. And Woodlawn is up 47-41, but Northwood's knocking on the door in the shadows of the goal line with 30 seconds to play.
I mean, it's probably 6 inches, 4th and 6 inches. First and 6 inches.
Don't you just say, okay, Luke, under center, snap.
Yeah, but you don't have any timeouts either.
Surely with 30 seconds, you could sneak it twice, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Because you could sneak it, and if it's stopped, then you can get up and spike it, and so you still would have 2 downs.
He's been known to jump over the line a few times.
Got to hold that ball when you do it, man. Drew Brees does it well. Tom Brady does it well. Because those Woodlawn kids are going to they'll meet him head on and try to snatch that thing out of his hands. Here we go, Jordan.
Luke just took it in, scored a touchdown on option. Option keeper.
Holy cow.
Luke took it in. It's 47-47.
Okay. Who is the kicker for Northwood, Jordan?
I don't know his name. He missed 1 tonight. He's been pretty good.
What number is he? I'll look it up for you.
Number 9.
There is not a number 9 on the roster, so I will not look it up for you. We'll know if it's number 9 Dream or not, though. I know that much. Are they going for 2 or are they going to kick it? They got to kick it, right?
They got to kick it. Got to kick it. Looked like Woodlawn called a timeout, so be a little pause here. I'm sorry if I sound excited, man, but I'll tell you, it's been a heck of a game.
My gosh. I don't know how your dad does it, buddy. I don't. He's my age, man. He needs to slow down. This stuff's getting kind of crazy.
I think my mom gets more worked up than him.
And I think we're all glad that your sister is not there tonight, or she would have already had 2 or 3, 6, 12 conniptions.
I'm the calm one of the family.
Well, I think we realize that. We've talked to Morgan a few times. She's fun. She is absolutely a blast to talk to. But we appreciate you doing this for us. Jordan Gatlin, Coach Gatlin's kiddo, and he's watched his Pops team come back and rally from 2 touchdowns down basically all night long. You've been 2 scores down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is to take the lead. They're lining up right now.
Here we go.
He made it. 48-47 Northwood. 27 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, we're going to stay right with you, Jordan, because there's number 3 for Woodlawn. Don't want to rain on the campfire, but that kid can just...
Oh, he can do it,
He
man.
can turn it around on a dime. He can turn it around on a dime. Tell you what, Jordan, we're going to put you on hold, Rogers. Let's put Jordan on hold for just a second and get a final update from Mark, if that's okay. So hold on, Jordan.
That sounds good to me.
All right, hold on just a second. Let's go to Mark Bernard. Hey, Barn, you got a final update on Calvary Loyola?
Fletch, we just went final from Mesmer. Calvary gets its 2nd win of the season. They go to 2-4 with a 49-23 win over a pesky Loyola Flyers team. Obviously, this game was a lot closer than the score indicated. Calvary just too athletic in the second half, and I think they just wore down the younger Flyers in the last 24 minutes, and that was the difference in the ball game tonight.
Sounds like the Brown brothers did their duty tonight.
They did. Ike Brown probably had an 86-yard TD reception, and I would say 70 of that was him. I think he stiff-armed a couple of guys and then just sprinted to the pylon to get to the end zone. And, of course, that's Sean's younger brother as well, and we'll be seeing Ike on Saturdays, I'm sure.
You got that right. He is something else. Big win for Coach Ewan's gang. Once again, the final, Barn, was 49-23?
49-23. Also, Kate Hart, a big game. 3 touchdown passes to Will Derrick.
Wow.
As well.
Nice job. Kate Hart gets it done, buddy. That kid's something else. Barn, you and Jeff Fielder, thank you very much for your help tonight, buddy. And Staten Fontaine from Loyola. Thanks, Barn.
Thanks, Tim. We'll see you next Thursday night at Jerry Barker.
There you go, Jerry Barker Stadium, Calvary, as a host. Now let's get back to Jordan Gatlin. Hey, Jordan, have they kicked off yet?
Yeah, they kicked off, and it's like I say, more drama to this game. The ball landed at the 1-yard line. I thought it went in the end zone. I'm standing down here by the end zone, and they called it they called that it went out of bounds, so they moved it up to the 35. So now Woodlawn's going to have it 1st and 10 at their 35.
And no time off the clock either on that.
29 seconds.
Here we go. Jordan Gatlin on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline, joining us from Jerry Burton Memorial Stadium. Northwood has just taken a 48-47 lead over Woodlawn, and Woodlawn's got the ball at their own 35.
Woodlawn, first play, Northwood swatted on the quarterback, swatted the ball down at the line of scrimmage.
All right.
Didn't take much time off the clock. It was still 26 seconds left to go.
2nd and 10. That was a quick pass. That was up, go. Okay. Wouldn't be shot. What number is the quarterback right now for Woodlawn? Is Moten quarterbacking? Number 1?
Looks like number 9.
Number 9, I think that's the Roby kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got weapons to throw to. Golly, geez, they got some weapons. So
He just caught a long pass. It's going to be over the 50, but it's going to take a lot of time off the clock.
First down.
Let's see. They're going to have the ball now at about the 50. I can't really tell from where I'm at. Probably around the 45 or 50.
All right.
It's got 13 seconds left to go. Woodlawn had a timeout.
Okay, 13 seconds to go. Kentrez Roby, the quarterback for Woodlawn. He's got weapons. Number 1's Larry Moten. The kid is fantastic. Travinsky Mosley, right there with Day-Day Washington, is probably the best running back. And Jermaine Newton has to be considered in there as well in the city. Travinsky Mosley is absolutely a burner as well. Jordan Hester at wide receiver, number 6, is a fantastic wideout. 6'1", 185. Larry Moten, 6 foot 185. Good tall targets that can climb the ladder as well. Here we go.
Yeah, it's still in timeout. Officially 13 seconds left to go on the clock.
What's your dad doing right now on the sideline, Jordan?
Oh, man, about the same thing I'm doing, pacing around down here on the field.
I just couldn't do this. I couldn't do it for a living. I don't know how these guys do it. That's why I respect them so much. I don't see how you do it. I don't care what sport it is.
All right, they're about to get the snap. Got it. Mosley dropped it. He went to Mosley in the flats. And, man, these guys are tired. I mean, on both sides. I mean, dead tired. See, 9 seconds left to go.
9 seconds, and we'll get to Angela in a little bit because they're storming back. So, yeah.
Let's see, it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, 9 seconds. If they don't make a first down and they're out of timeouts, this is the ball game if they get tackled before they get a first down. So this is probably one of those, they got to throw it a lot deeper than just a little dump pass. They've got to get some yards, get out of bounds, save the clock. Probably have 2 more shots here from Woodlawn.
It'd be interesting to see if they throw it deep here or try to get 2 plays out of it.
Yeah, in high school, the pass interference only gives you 15 yards. So the reason, in college and the NFL, you can do that.
Probably going to be the last play.
Here we go.
Moton sack. That's going to end it.
Wow.
Northwood wins 48-47.
Wow. Jordan Gatlin did a great job tonight for us. Tough loss for Jerwin Wilson and that really good Woodlawn.
What? They saying it's an incomplete pass, and they're going to give them 1 second left to go on the clock.
Oh, good grief. See, this again, couldn't do this. I couldn't do it. I would be throwing bricks at the scoreboard right now. I'd be unscrewing light bulbs out of that thing. Wait, y'all got a new scoreboard. I don't think you have light bulbs anymore. So, all right, 1 second. Last play.
Now it's a Woodlawn timeout. 1 second left to go in the game. On the clock. I don't even know how they got there's almost no way they could have got the timeout off. I don't know, but third and 13.
They're on their own 40-something now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They're
on their own. They're in Northwood territory. They're right over the 50.
Okay, all right. I don't know who has the arm for Woodlawn to get it that far. I don't know if the road.
They look like they're putting Moton at quarterback.
Okay.
I can't see. Yeah, he's going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, he's an athlete, so he can probably hum it.
Northwood's got all the big wide receivers and DBs. They got all their wide receivers in at DB playing at the goal line.
Here we go. 1 second left.
I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to Mosley, man. I know he's been pretty tough all night.
Yeah. See if he can, who knows, get shifty and tuck your head down. Maybe you get a face mask penalty. Add 50,
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. So just good grief.
All right. Let's see. Here it goes. Yeah, like I say, we just need to not have a penalty here. That's what we've had all night, a lot of penalties. Throwing it to the end zone. He's throwing it deep. Oh, no, he threw it out of the back of the end zone. Northwood wins, 48-47.
Jordan Gallen, great job. Congratulations to your pops, man. Tell your dad that we're going to try to call him here in about 10 or 15 minutes, okay?
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan Gallen. Wow. Holy cow. Let's get to Angela. We can't wrap this one up yet because there's stuff going on still in Sibley. North Caddo and Lakeside. Hey, Angela.
Hi, sir.
All right, what do we got happening in your game now, or what's happening in your game?
After we recovered the onside kick, I thought we was going to penalize ourselves because we had a false start. But Simon ran it in from 20 yards out, so now we're down by 5. It's 3:48 to play.
What's the score?
60-55.
Good grief.
Yes.
60-55. In this game, if you're just joining us here on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, North Caddo was up 28-0, and then Lakeside scored 40 straight points to make it 40-28, and then it was 40-35, 48-35, 48-42, 54-42, 54-48, I guess, and then 60-40 whatever, and then 60-55. Good grief.
Yes.
That's a lot of whatevers.
That's a lot of stuff going on there.
It's been back and forth.
How many yards has Timon Sanders accounted for tonight?
I'm actually going to see and go up here and ask.
It's got to be a school record.
Because I have a statistician that goes.
Oh, there we go. See, it's not what you do.
How many yards
It's
does Timon have? I thought you did all that. I was talking to Fletcher. You got any ideas? He had 200 yards at halftime. Then that don't count the 80-yard kickoff return or none of that for the second half.
So he probably has about 300 yards rushing tonight.
Yeah, at least.
And then the kickoff returns.
Right.
My God.
Yeah. So we're going at least 300 plus. Yeah.
Sound like the cheerleaders are fired up. They still hanging in there tough tonight.
Yeah, them and the fans. And we got them deep at the 15. So.
All right, how much time left, Angela?
3:45.
3:45. Lakeside has been throwing the ball over the top tonight. Now, there's the positive. The negative on that, if you're Lakeside, if you throw it over the top a couple of times and it's incomplete, clock stops. Clock is your friend if you're Lakeside. They need that clock to run. For North Caddo, they'd love for Lakeside to throw 3 incomplete passes here.
Yeah, and right now, at least on that first play, he did keep it with a running pass, so he kept it within the field. So
all right.
We're down to about 3:15.
3:15 to go. Second down and how many yards?
8.
Second and 8. Okay. North Caddo.
He's in the shotgun, but he's been handing it off back there, and he handed it off again. And he broke first down out of bounds at the 40. So the clock stops at 2:57.
2:57, a new set of downs, a new set of on the clock, so that's another, if you run it.
But they're debating, so it looks like, yep, we got a penalty.
Ooh.
And it looks like it's against him. Holding.
Oh.
So coming back.
There you go, Angela. Bring it on back. Lakeside, a team that kind of escapes the view sometimes around here, and it shouldn't, and that's I'm as guilty as anybody. But this is a program that has been on some hard times over the last few years, but this year Lakeside has actually turned into a pretty good little football program.
And I think they were number 19 when I looked this week.
Yeah, their power points are up there. They're 4-1 this year. They haven't really beaten a lot of good teams. They wore out Ringgold. They beat Montgomery. Both teams are having some pretty tough years. Beekman Charter, not a very good football program. They beat Block.
First got 3 in the backfield with him.
This would be the biggest win
And
for
it's a
Lakeside.
pass, and he caught it, but immediately thrown to the ground. So we're going 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. You got anything coming in there on the old first choice personnel text line there, Eggman?
No, sir. Just
finals.
Yes, sir.
Timeout, North Caddo.
Timeout, North Caddo. How much time left, Angela?
2:48.
2:48 to go in the game. Lakeside up 60-55. They were down 28-0, and then took a 40-28 lead. And now Lakeside's hanging on 60-55 against North Caddo, who obviously Chuck Dupree. There's a lot of emotions going through that man tonight, whose father passed away earlier today. So there is a lot going on the sidelines and at the field and at the stadium. And these North Caddo fans will show up. That's a good drive from Vivian to Sibley, especially with.
And you were right, too, after the brush fire. We had a whole lot more.
I figured so. Yeah, they said that traffic was stopped for 3 miles or more. So glad they all made it there good and safe.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
And then Purge back in shotgun. And he is complete. And he did get a few yards after that, but it won't be a first down. Looks like he's going to end up being 4th and 5.
Okay.
But they kind of look confused. Oh, immediate timeout.
Okay.
That was the pause. Yes, sir.
All right, so they've got a punt
And
away.
Mr. Strickland says 300 rushing yards without the kickoff return.
300 rushing yards unofficially for Timon Sanders,
Yes,
the
sir.
quarterback for North Caddo.
Mhm.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That kid is going to be wore out from the floor out.
Yes, sir. They tried to give him a break on the last drive.
Yeah.
He gave about him and 2-3 linemen, tried to give him a pass just to kind of give him a break. Unfortunately, they're not getting that this time around.
No, he's going to have to. I don't care how you, whatever phrase you want to use, but he's going to have to suck it up here in this last drive.
And we're going, it's about 4th and 6, 4th and 7 at the 22.
Okay.
And either he's punching it himself or he's going to pass. And it was a fake. He did get a receiver, but they got him down right there. It'll depend on forward progress, and there's a penalty.
Wait, so Lakeside fake punts at midfield?
He caught it like it was going to be a punt.
Okay. All right, and then he threw it, and
Yes.
but there's a penalty.
Yes, sir.
All right. Maybe they moved a little early. High school kids with an opportunity like this. I was on a punt team one time. We ran a fake punt. I think I was 7 yards down the field when the ball was snapped. You know, like, oh, what happened?
Face mask, North Caddo.
Oh, boy. Oh, my. What's Coach Dupree doing right now?
Just standing still, believe it or not. I see hand motions now. Once they all kind of moved out of his way.
Oh, boy.
The
That's,
players were as much in disbelief.
oh, my. A face mask penalty on a 4th down, a fake punt.
Yeah.
And would he have made the first down?
Oh, no. He was about 3-4 yards short. He only picked up 2 or 3 yards.
Wow.
So we're at 2:35, and now they got a new set of downs on the 42.
Does North Caddo have any timeouts left?
They just used 2, and I can't tell you because I haven't followed. Wait, let's see. It says 3 on the board, but I don't know if it's accurate.
Yeah, they can't. Well, they're going to need a little help now.
And they just got another first down. Now they're into rebel territory
Oh, boy.
at the 47.
That's the kind of play there with a penalty that just can suck the life out of a team. You know, Rogers, it's probably about here. We need to start lining up some of these fellas. Wow. Angela. What a.
Yeah, now it's timeout again.
Okay.
So close, so far.
Yeah, it is. That's just that's a shame. That is a shame for North Caddo. Good for Sibley. Sibley. Good for Lakeside. They're going to move to 5-1 with this win. And I don't know when the last time that Lakeside was 5-1.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. So, and I know that it's hard for anybody at North Caddo to appreciate that now because y'all are upset your team lost. But it wasn't that long ago when North Caddo was kind of going through the doldrums like Lakeside is, and when y'all started having that success, how good it feels for kids that never really had that chance. So, wow. All right, clock running here, Angela.
They haven't started it yet. Now they have.
Okay.
We've gone back to running, so
Eggman,
we know he's going to run the
scores.
clock down.
We'll do scores, take a break. Then, Rogers, if you'll start getting the coaches lined up. Angela Chanel joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline has done a great job, always has, with North Caddo. What a great game tonight, at least for us and our audience. Maybe not so much for the coaches and the folks who are really vested.
They played some good games, though. We can't complain on that part.
No, you get your money's worth, don't you, Angela? Oh,
we're down to 150.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll keep an eye on it. Shoot me a text if anything changes, okay?
Yes, sir, I will.
We'll come right back to you. Thanks, Angela.
Yes, sir.
Angela Chanel on the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery Showcase hotline. Eggman! Coo-coo-ca-choo!
Let's do it.
Bring it, buddy.
All right, we have pretty much for the most part all finals. Parkway 49-29 over Shreve. Evangel 44 over Airline. They had 44-7 there. Let's see. Northwood beat Woodlawn 48-47. Huntington is still up on BTW as far as I know, 29-8. North DeSoto beat Bossier 53-18. Calvary beat Loyola 49-23. Houghton and Franklin Parish is final. Houghton wins that one 46-20. Logansport beats North Webster 38-26. Lakeside is up 60-55 over North Caddo right now. Mansfield beat Dearborn Woods 62-7. Jonesboro Hodge wins against Plain Dealing 32-13. Manny beats Bunkie 51-0. Red River beats Winfield 36-14. West Monroe over Ruston 28-14. Ash over Natchitoches Central 30-7. Menard over Lakeview 49-12. And Arcadia beats Ringgold 36-6.
Look at Tanner Kraft, the Eggman, filling in for Adam Damn Hester. Doing a great job. Is your mom still watching?
I guess so. She just texted me and said, "You're moving too much." Sorry, Mom.
I'm watching. We're on about 10-second delay here, so you're grooving there. I wouldn't say you're moving. I say you're grooving. You know,
having a good time.
He's having a good time. I tell you, the man in the box does an incredible job. That's Rogers Hampton, and he's getting ready to. He's grooving, buddy. A little TP to take us to the break, and why not, man? We're going to be checking in with some winning coaches who have earned their keep tonight, man. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland on News Radio 710 Keel 101.7 FM. Welcome back, everybody. 11:30. This is News Radio 710 Keel, 101.7 FM, Friday Football Frenzy. Whew. Worn out, buddy.
Yeah.
Rogers, I am worn out. Eggman.
Sir.
How's it been for you tonight?
It's been fun. This is fun. I like it.
We like having you up here, man. Adam Hester on the road. He's the one that texted us information here that tonight was the 100th coaching victory in John Bachman's career. So even when Adam Damn Hester is not here, Damn as in Bam Bam, he still contributes to the show.
He's amazing.
He's a man, the myth, the legend. Adam Hester, who's going to be enjoying, who was hanging out with Pat Sajak and Vanna White today.
Right.
Do you know who that is?
No.
You've never heard of Pat Sajak?
From what Rogers told me about 3 hours ago.
Wheel of Fortune, you never seen that?
I've seen it.
Oh, boy. Angela Chanel texts us and says on the First Choice Personnel text line, someone said that's our highest score game with them was 70-68 a few years ago. And I believe, that was when Jerry Bird was coaching at North Caddo. If I remember right, that was one of the wild games from back in the day. Rogers Hampton desperately trying to get a couple of the coaches on with us. Now's the time when coaches are probably shaken free of their team. Kids are either getting dressed or showering or boarding a bus or kind of hanging out with family, friends. Whatever we can do, we're going to try to get as many coaches as we can on here. And congratulations to all the winners tonight so far. Let's see, a big win for Neil May. That's back-to-back wins, Tanner, for the Parkway Panthers after all they went through early on.
They're playing well.
To beat Airline and Captain Shreve, I think that's pretty big. Speaking of Airline, they were in there with a dogfight with Evangel. Tied 7-7 with 15 seconds to go in the half, but Evangel was able to score 2 seconds later, made it 14-7, and then in the second half, Brad Frame, the starting quarterback for Airline, went down with an injury. And there was a pick six from Evangel, and their defense really started flexing their muscle. They go on to win 37-7. Woodlawn and Northwood, the greatest game of the night. What a wild affair. Northwood wins 48-47. Again, Northwood beats Woodlawn 48-47. Joining us now on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase Hotline on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, Scott Abernathy, head coach of the North DeSoto Fighting Griffins, who get back on the winning side of the ledger with a big win over Bossier tonight. Hey, Ab, congratulations, sir.
Thank you. How about the Lazy Boy? How apropos for me, the Lazy Boy Hotline or whatever I am.
Did not name it for you, sir.
Oh, okay.
That was named for Adam Hester.
Okay.
But he's not here, so we'll use it for everybody.
All right.
Coach, a lot of things went right for your squad after that opening drive, opening score for Bossier on kind of a deflected pass. I don't know where you want to start, but you put 53 points on the board against Bossier. You're doing something right.
Yeah, we played well tonight. I think, I think Mike had a few guys out for whatever reason, and his kids always really play hard. But we had a really good week of practice, and just it was just one of those deals. We got back home. Having a home game is, we seem to play a little bit better here than we have the last 2 weeks, and just proud of the boys. And it's a really weird dynamic for us because we're in the middle of, we had progress report day, so the kids were out of school, and then we're out all next week. So we really wanted to make sure that we didn't, last year we got out to a fast start against Bossier, and we kind of started looking forward to the following week. And they, the one thing about Mike's teams is they continue to play hard for 4 quarters. And, they did tonight as well, and we were able to play some young kids, and it was just good. It was good to get back in the winning column and get ready for a big Thursday night game at home against Benton next week.
That is a doozy, and it is a Thursday night game, and it's going to be interesting how the old practice week shakes down. Scott Abernathy joining us. And, Scott, we like to talk to the winning coaches as much as we can on a Friday night and pick their brain and find out just who was their Gippsland Bank and Trust unsung hero. We hear McGuire Parker, we hear Aubrey Scott, we hear your boys out there. Who are a couple of the kids that's names aren't typically mentioned on the PA announcing or in the paper or on TV? as some of your unsung heroes tonight?
Well, it was just kind of a wide variety of them, but I'd say when you score 53 points, you're doing something pretty good up front. So I'll just say the offensive line was, did a really good job tonight. There's only two of those kids with some experience, and the rest of them are real young, and they've struggled a little bit the last 2 weeks in pass protection and in running, and we played two really good teams, and they played tonight, and we played Woodlawn and we played Northwood, and that's what I tried to tell the kids, is they're good. I mean, and it shows in the outcome tonight. That must have been a heck of a game, and I can't wait to hear about it or see about it on the highlights. But congratulations to Coach Gatlin, and congratulations to the Griffins for coming up, and hopefully and all the other teams that won, and looking forward to the Benton Tigers coming to Griffin Stadium.
It's going to be a doozy. Can't wait to talk to you guys about it next week. Scott Abernathy gets the weekend to enjoy it. North DeSoto with a convincing win over Bossier tonight, and Stonewall, and that's where they'll take on Benton next week. Ab, have a good weekend, buddy. Congratulations on the win, man.
Thanks a bunch.
Sure thing. You too. There are a lot of games next Thursday, by the way. Ringgold, Mansfield in our area. You've got Lakeside and Calvary next Thursday. You've got Northwood and Huntington, North DeSoto, Benton, Houghton, Shreve. There's a lot of games next Thursday. We almost could do like a miniature Friday football frenzy on Thursday. Reynolds Moore joins us, head coach of the Benton Tigers, who got it done tonight. They just kind of went through a methodical fashion. It sure seems like their offense was clicking on every cylinder that's possible under the hood. Congratulations, Reynolds. Tell us a little bit about your win tonight.
Man, it was a fast start. We got off to a good start up. Got a safety in the first quarter up, I think 16-0, and then fought back and got in it. Scored on the first drive of the second half. We were able to kind of pull away there in the third quarter. Had a long touchdown pass. I think we ran the ball really well, and I think Roy told me that Jermaine and Kildrick went over 100 yards rushing, and ran it real well all night on them. And then Garrett hit Doyle on a 3rd and 3 for about a 60, 70-yard touchdown pass, and then we blocked the punt the next series. So it was kind of those two things back to back really kind of sparked it, and just kind of righted the ship a little bit when we kind of got down there. Kind of just, I don't know, kind of got in a funk there in the second quarter. Minutes started doing some things that gave us trouble and put ourselves in some holes, and a couple of silly penalties. But all in all, man, we finished great, started great. We just got to kind of keep it going in the middle there.
Reynolds Moore joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. And, Coach, would like to find out who were your unsung heroes of the night, presented by Gibbsland Bank and Trust. Who were your unsung heroes?
Man, you know what? They didn't catch it, but at the end of the game, we had our backups in, and backup battle freshman center in had a bad snap over their head, over our quarterback's head, and couldn't get on the ball. They took off running. They ended up running it in for a touchdown, but I had Dylan Plunkett, Malik Antoine, both. Man, even with 3 minutes on the clock, took off flying, and both of them almost caught him down there. Just that kind of hustle. I told him after the game, that kind of effort exemplifies what I want from all of our kids and what I expect. And those two guys, man, just kind of, I think, just kind of, stand for what we stand for, what they did tonight. So I'd like to give them credit, shout out for that.
Dylan Plunkett, and who was the second kid, buddy?
Malik Antoine.
Malik Antoine. And Coach, you got a quarterback that everyone knows about, Garrett Hable. We were talking to our buddy Jeff Rhodes, who was there covering the game for us from the Minden sideline, and he said kind of what Spencer Hurd said as far as the difference in Garrett Hable this year. He goes, man, he just seems to be making really good run decisions, and when he runs it, he's got a purpose, and he's doing something positive, running for yardage as opposed to running away from the rush or trying to run for his life. He's running for a purpose. Did you see that tonight with Garrett?
Yeah, a little bit. I think, I heard Spencer say it on radio, and I kind of, thought about it, and I noticed he's run it more this year, but I think some of it is just, we talk about running backs, that run angry, and I think Garrett just plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's been told one too many times probably, or 100 too many times, that he's not quite tall enough to play college football, and he knows what kind of player he is, and his teammates know what kind of player he is, and everybody that coaches against him and plays against him knows what kind of player he is, and I think he just kind of plays with a chip on his shoulder, so when he does pull the ball down the run, or he pulls it out on that zone read to run it, I think he he runs a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, a little bit of anger right there. It's a little bit different than what we've seen in the past, for sure.
Reynolds Moore, head coach of the Benton Tigers, they continue their run. They were pushed to the limit last week by Northwood. Tonight they take care of business against Minden. Thursday night they go down to Stonewall to take on Scott Abernathy. It's the battle of the outfits versus the costumes. North DeSoto and Benton.
That's it.
Coach,
That's it, absolutely.
Good luck to your Rebel Black Bear Land Sharks this weekend. Hope all goes well for you. Congratulations on the win tonight, buddy.
We're trying to get everybody to look away from how bad we are right now by changing the mascot. You know, just whatever we can do to distract them from the actual play on the field works.
Hey, man, if it works for you, let me know. I'll take the Razorbacks. We'll start calling them something else. I'll tell you that much.
That's right. That's
all right, buddy. Take care, Reynolds.
All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right.
There's your alma mater head coach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's exciting to see.
It is.
To go back and see, 2013 graduates all the way to my class just enjoying the football games. It's what he's built over there, and it's really exciting to go back and watch him play.
What does it mean? I mean, you're a recent grad of Benton. I mean, this has got to be exciting for you.
Oh, it is, and it's every sport. Even last year, going back to the baseball playoff games, I know they came up short in baseball, but just the overall atmosphere that is being built at Benton right now is exciting, and I love going back and watching all the sports. And I still got my senior year, the freshmen are now juniors, so I still got a couple guys that I know that are playing each sport. So I love going back. I love Benton.
There you go. He's Tanner Kraft, the Eggman, sitting in for Adam Hester tonight. And Adam Hester was kind enough to inform us that John Bachman tonight earned his 100th head coaching victory. Coach Bachman, head coach of the Red River Bulldogs, congratulations, sir.
Thanks, Fletcher. I appreciate it.
I tell you what, we talked to Randy Thomas, and he goes, Fletch, he said, I think we got over 1,000 people in the stands tonight. He said, we are packed out tonight. And he went on to say about the excitement that is brewing down in Red River, and he was giving you so much credit, it would have embarrassed you to hear the accolades coming your way. But, Coach, sounds like something special is going on down there.
Yeah, I was just telling Rogers, it's called me, and I'm a special kind of stupid. That's what's going on, trust me.
Now, what is that?
It means I don't know what I'm still doing on the sideline. I think I've gotten too old for this stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, we know that too. After listening to what Gatlin and Jerwin Wilson had to go through tonight in their game, and Chuck,
how'd that end up?
Woodlawn, Northwood ended up winning 48-47.
Oh my God, I'm
Kicked
so
the
glad I
one
wasn't
with, I
there.
think, 13 seconds to go.
I'll take mine.
No lie. Coach, what was the key to picking up that 100th victory tonight?
For us, it's been outstanding defense. I'm guarantee you, Winfield, they scored on a block punt, and then they scored on a miscommunication between me and my kickoff guy when we had the game under control, and I told him squib it, and he onside kicked it, And anyway, gave him a short field, and they were able to punch it in from there. But other than that, all night long, whether they tried to throw it or run it, we hit them in the mouth.
John Bachman joining us on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline. And, Coach, we like to pick your brain on this stuff because there's kids who get their name in the paper, kids who will be on the highlight shows, kids whose name gets called out by the PA announcer. But there are the unsung heroes that we like to call the Gippsland Bank and Trust unsung heroes. Who would you say would be an unsung hero tonight for Red River?
I'd say a guy named McHale, number 73 for us. He started off really not knowing exactly how to play defensive line, and Coach Rodney Bagley, of course, one of the best defensive line coaches in the business, has brought him to where he's now a football player. We've had Raphael Lemons, number 56, that everybody was having to pay attention to, but now with the coming on of McHale, it's kind of making us special up front. You got to know where he is as well as 56, and then, of course, the guys that go around him all the way, the 11 that go on defense, they're really pretty special. I mean, they can all run. They're all very athletic, and they look good in uniform.
And they look good on a winning team. I know that much as well. And right now, Red River's doing a lot of things right this season, and John Bachman will not take the credit for it, but I think a lot of people know that there is a lot of credit that should be coming his way. Congratulations, Coach. 100 career wins. Dude, you got to be in it and doing well for a long time to rack up that number. That's pretty impressive, Coach. Happy for you.
Well, I appreciate it, Fletcher, especially coming from you.
Well, that's shoot. And Adam's the one that informed us, so let's give him credit. How about that?
Yeah, I'll give him credit, but, you and me have been doing this a long time together.
We have. We certainly have, buddy. And you get it done, man. I'm happy for you and happy for your kids as well. That's good stuff, man.
Thanks, Fletch.
John Bachman, the toweled one, taking care of business. We now jump over to Neil May joining us, Parkway Panthers head coach, joining us on the Lazy Boy Showcase Hotline on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Neil, 2 in a row, buddy. Things starting to kind of fall your way at Parkway, are they not?
Well, we're just proud to get a win against a good team and Captain Shreve. Hard-fought game.
Neil, this is something that it's kind of interesting to watch this development of this team from where it was supposed to be before the injuries to Justin Rogers and Terrace Marshall to the evolution. And I think a lot of the credit goes to obviously to the kids, but old Reagan, your offensive coordinator, has had to change horses midstream. Sounds like y'all kind of figured out an offense to implement, and it's doing well.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. We had to go through some bumps in the road and kind of figure out, what our new identity was going to be and bring a new quarterback in. And Reagan's doing a fine job. Our offensive coaches, offensive line coach, Coach Black, and our quarterback coach, Coach Tim Curry, those guys are just doing a fantastic job figuring out what our kids can do.
Yeah, Tim Curry's not a bad guy to have as a quarterback coach. Former UTEP standout. Yeah. Not Tim Curry, the movie guy, Rogers. No. Tim Curry, former, over Vanity. His little brother was Connor. That one. Yeah. Neil May joining us, the Parkway Panthers, with a 49-29 win. Amani Larry, what can you say about this kid? Superb athlete. What did he do tonight that just puts a smile on your face?
He's just getting out there, and he is so comfortable with what we're doing, whether it's, running the ball with E.J. Williams or running the ball with him. And tonight, God, he threw some darts down the middle of the field to a couple of our receivers, Kendall Brown and Jalen Brown, just seam routes, and it was beautiful. He hit his outside passes tonight, did a great job of that. And, it's just nice to see him comfortable and able to run our offense well.
Coach, we also look for the Gibbsland Bank and Trust unsung heroes, kids who aren't going to be in the spotlight, but without them, success would not be so easy. Who are your unsung heroes tonight?
It's absolutely our offensive line. I mean, I can name them. You got Carson Sanders at center. At guard, you've got Darion Eloff and Anthony Jones. And at offensive tackle, you've got Connor Clowinger and Christian Rayner. Those guys tonight just stinking flat got after it. They opened up holes that probably me and Coach Rayner, I don't know, maybe we could have run through them, but they did a fine job tonight, opening up holes for our running back.
And now the Eloff kid, is that Cameron Eloff's little brother?
It is. It is. We've had a lot of Eloffs come through here, and Darion's a younger brother, and he is, he's big like Cameron, and he's doing a fine job for us.
Well, that's a good win, Coach, and a nice job, and congratulations from what you guys have had to fight through to get to where you are now. It's pretty doggone impressive. And I'm trying to see here next week, you have a Thursday. No, it's a Friday game. You're going to play Friday, aren't you?
That's right. Friday night at Lee Hedges playing Byrd High School.
That'll be a fun one. Looking forward to it, man. Neil May, congratulations. I know your weekend, the food's going to taste better, the water's going to be more quenching, and everything's sunny side up, man. Good job.
Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye.
Now we go on the Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase hotline to a guy I've been wanting to talk to for a while now. Holy moly.
I am.
What's going on there, Jim Gavin?
And I told him what a fantastic job his son Jordan did.
Jordan did a great job. He really did do a wonderful job painting the picture for us. We were looking forward to talking to you or Jerwin. Whoever came out on top of this one, just crazy. But, Jim, have you been a part of a game like this here in recent times?
Not in a long time. I mean, I'd have to go back, and, I guarantee you it'd be on a short list, and it'd probably be in the top one or two of 35 years of coaching. It's what I told the team and the coaches when we circle up just for a little bit these days, and I let them go see their parents and their people and, their friends and their girlfriends. But it's just, that's what makes this job the best job in the daggum world, man. When you can have a win like that and you see, there's nothing more than a comeback, come from behind win against a very good football team, just battling. You know, we didn't quit. We challenged them at halftime. We did not do we played, and Woodlawn had a lot to do with it, you know. And they got the ball to number one's hands a lot more, and he was making things happen. And three's just a man-child running back there.
Yes, he is.
And he just runs and runs hard. I don't know if I've really ever gone against one that runs harder. And but anyway, we just stayed with it. We challenged them at halftime, and boy, the second we were 2 scores down, but it was only, I think, 12. So we knew we could get a stop or two and get some. And the offense started rolling, and you know, Luke was the Cedric was good, and then I'll tell you, we got Trayon Jones involved in the second half, number 14, and running the ball and receiving, and he's explosive like Marquez. You know, he's got that step and can go, and all those receivers got their certain strengths, and his is just pure explosion, and so it. You know, I could talk to y'all till midnight, man, but it's sad that one of those teams had to lose. I mean, they battled, they made big play after big play. We made big play after big play. We had stops when we needed to, and that was tough for one. You know, we know exactly how they're feeling over there because we were feeling that last week. Yes,
absolutely. Jim Gatlin joining us, and Coach, you were basically, it was like you were down 2 scores for the bulk of the night. It was an 18-6 halftime lead. 18-6 at the half. So Northwood puts up 42 points in 24 minutes of football in the second half. Man, Coach, that quarterback, everyone's talking about this kid that sees him for the first time or sees him on a regular basis. You know, you don't want to make a kid start feeling that there's this outside pressure on him, but this kid is turning into something special, old Luke Bogan.
Yeah, he is. We knew he was, and I'm going to tell you, it's his competitiveness. I mean, you just know when you have people that have, you know, coaches want to call it, and other people just want to call it moxie, and other people want to call, there's words for it, but there's not too many people that have it. And he does have it. Now, you know, he's going to make mistakes. He's a sophomore. I mean, heck, he ain't even old enough to drive, you know. So, you know, he's going to make mistakes, but when he competes and then we throw those receivers out there, and, you know, I didn't realize them, honestly. I mean, sometimes the newspaper stats, you know, aren't correct. We go back the next day, and, I mean, you know, with Huddle, and we're able to just ODK it and mow every. You know, last week he threw for over 400 yards, you know. I mean, when I looked they don't print the state leaders in the papers anymore. I hate that. I asked Jimmy about that today and said the Louisiana sports writers aren't putting that out. But, you know, I looked on the Louisiana Sports Line, and there's a little on their football forum, and it had state leaders, you know, state leaders and rushing leaders and passing leaders. And you know, I look on there, and there's the leading, you know, quarterback has 1,700 yards, you know. Well, Luke had 2,100 going into this week, you know. So I'm like, you know, hey, I said, are my coaches getting the stats in? I mean, are they? And they are. And he said, yeah, they are. It's just not being updated as much through Max Preps. I don't know what the problem is.
I want to get on that too, Coach. I think it's ridiculous because the Advocate used to print them as well. And I talked to Robin Fambro, and she said we didn't get enough participation from a lot of the North Louisiana high schools, and some of the stats we got from here were out of whack down south. And she goes, we just stopped doing it. And I'm like, you know, I was telling my wife, I talked to my wife last Saturday about it. I said, Allie, we got to figure out a way where maybe coaches can send us stats. And we compile them with something. I said, because
even if it's just local stats.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking for, just even our little corner of the world stats. But tonight.
You're exactly right. I mean, and then, you know, one thing, Don, you know, then what you worry about, too, and I don't blame them, parents, you know, and relatives and stuff, they're looking at that, and then they think you're not marketing their kid, you know, that kind of stuff. And so it's a trickle-down effect, and you don't want to get caught up in the stats world, but, I mean, that's the world we live in. I mean, they want to see their name in the paper. I mean, if I own a paper, I want to put 1,000 names in it because I want 1,000 people buying that newspaper.
I completely agree.
You know?
Pictures and names.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's too logical.
they're doing the best they can, and
Well, I know it ain't Roy and Scott and Jimmy's fault. I know that much.
Yeah.
They do the best they stinking can,
But
and what they do is really good. Now, I'm curious, Coach. 47-41, you punch it in. It's 47-all. Who are you trotting out there as your kicker to kick the game-winning extra point? What was the young man's name?
We're with Dominic, David Dominic. He's been our extra point guy, and I'll tell you what, I want to give him credit and Coach Collins credit, because last week, Coach, I mean, we had 3 extra points blocked. Blocked, literally just blocked, because he was just a little late taking off. I mean, it was the guys coming off the edge. It wasn't unblocked guys. I mean, there were unblocked guys off the edge that you don't block. And we were just, but he worked, him with the kicking coach, worked all week, sped his game up, and I think he might have missed the first one. Yeah, missed the first one. Dead on those other ones. And really, when you think about it, Coach, that was different than the game. I mean, they had a lot of 2-point tries that they went for and didn't make some, and then they had some 1-point tries that they made. And that David Dominic, that was. I mean, he stepped up and split them uprights, and I'm going to tell you, that's just something a lot of people can't do.
No, not with that kind of pressure, that crowd, all the stakes up. I would have to say he's got to be a Gibbsland Bank and Trust unsung hero of the game.
I would be a big thing. Yeah, that's a thing, because he worked hard. He worked hard this week to speed his approach up, and man came through, and then we had to, they still had 25 seconds left, and I'm like, oh man, I mean, we didn't want to kick it to him. We didn't know what. Here you got number 1 and 3 back there.
You got Larry Moten and Travinsky Mosley back there, and that can go wrong in a hurry for the opposing team.
I'll be glad to see 1 and 3 graduate. I'll go to the Tech graduation ceremony.
I don't even want to go to my own kids' graduation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to theirs just to make sure they actually walk out of here.
I can understand that. Jim Gatlin, what a win for the Northwood Falcons. Gut-wrenching loss for Jerwin Wilson and the Woodlawn Knights. 2 really, really good football teams. Northwood, 1 point better tonight. Coach, congratulations and enjoy the win. We were telling Jordan if Morgan had been there tonight, I don't know if we would have been able to understand her.
Oh, yeah. You know where Morgan's at. She's
I know. She's Parkway. She's a Parkway girl. Absolutely.
I doubt that. Just between me and you, she did come see us play last week, so she couldn't miss that. And then we play on Thursday, so I get to go see her girls and stuff perform. I'm actually going to go down south, take my parents to see my nephew play.
There you go.
They're in Houma, so
that's a good thing.
Yeah, we're going to make a family thing out of it.
Good for you, man. Happy for you, Jim.
All right, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. And Tim, great job on high school football. You Rod.
Appreciate it, buddy. That's very nice of you.
Thank y'all.
All right. Well, Eggman, you made it through your very first Friday Football Frenzy in studio. You did a great job tonight, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me do it.
You're a good guy to have around. We love Adam Hester to death, but if we can't have Adam, Rogers, would we invite the Eggman back, you think?
Oh, every day.
He's a good dude. We still want him to drop out of college and just hang out with us in the mornings.
You're not the only one. Trust me.
I don't think Mom and Daddy would like that.
No, that's the only thing that's holding me back.
Well, doggone it, those parents.
Gosh.
They're holding me back from being unemployed and broke. What are they thinking about my future for?
And that's every young student's right.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we literally couldn't do the show without Gibbsland Bank and Trust. Lazy Boy Furniture Showcase Gallery right there on East 70th, Gibbsland Bank, Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, 5360 East Texas and Bossier City. And, of course, First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. But, man, I've got to tell you, Bubba Winningham and Chevy Land, Steve Horn, Jerry Montgomery, the entire crew at Chevy Land have bought in on this high school football stuff, and they are in it to win it. And this show is on the air thanks to them. So remember that. When you're out there buying a Chevy, if you're looking at a Cruze, a Sonic, a Silverado, a Colorado, a Camaro, or a Corvette like Eggman's thinking about buying once he gets out of college, he gets that master's degree, remember Chevy Land puts their money back in so many ways in this community with high school sports. For Rogers Hampton, Tanner, the Eggman, Kraft, this is Tim Fletcher. Thanks for listening. Friday Football Frenzy on News Radio 710 Kill 101.7 FM.